to within 1 second of a national championship. Indiana wins the championship. Keith Smart is the hero.
Hey, this is Darren McFadden. You're listening to The Morning Rush.
Live from the Busch Light Studios.
You're causing a major disturbance on my time.
If I'm here and you're here, doesn't that make it our time?
On your favorite Arkansas sports talk station. Streaming live from hitthatline.com.
There's a lot of lions, tigers, and bears, but there ain't but one Razorback. Number one.
This is The Morning Rush.
Borderline erotic.
With Ty Richardson.
Sunshine. That's cool. I can dig it.
And Tommy Kraft.
Do I look happy?
What's wrong?
Lloyd!
The Morning Rush starts right now.
Yesterday was a great day. Roommate brought home a full pizza. NFL schedule came out, and the Chiefs and Cowboys could not have landed on a better weekend. Hawks got a new assistant basketball coach. The guy you probably remember, 1987 National Championship, Indiana, Syracuse, Keith Smart, game winner. That's your new assistant basketball coach at the University of Arkansas. The Preakness is coming up. What do you want to name your Derby horse? Let's say you just had some $100,000 or whatever the horse costs lying around. What would you name your horse? A lot to get to here on a Thursday edition, Recruiting Thursday edition of the Morning Rush. RD is not going to be joining us today. He is on vacation in Vegas. So
good for him.
He does not get much time off, so hopefully he's enjoying the nachos that he sent me and all the other stuff that he may be eating down there. But we're going to have a great day. I think the only bad thing about yesterday is our dog Maggie ended up pooping in the house because my roommate gave her a bunch of barbecue, and she had diarrhea, and I didn't notice it, and I stepped it, and I put the...
So you stepped in dog poo yesterday?
Yeah, and I put my shoe, and it was it's like my nicer pair of tennis shoes. I put it in the sink, and I got it all off, and it's sitting out drying. What's the protocol for when you step in dog crap?
I think you go outside with a garden hose. That's generally what...
Not the sink?
No, we don't have a dog at the house, but probably wouldn't use the kitchen sink, no.
Okay, it wasn't the kitchen, it's bathroom sink, but...
Probably wouldn't use the bathroom sink
Not that either? Okay.
Yeah. Garden hose.
Okay. So outside...
Or just throw them on your roommate's bed, either one. You know.
I was not happy about that.
Throw them in the back of his closet and just leave it that way. He'll figure it out in a few weeks.
In a couple weeks.
What does that smell?
Speaking of smells, this pizza is just...
You're the only one that could go from dog poop to pizza in about 4 seconds.
Well, it's right. It's like right in front of me. It's taking every ounce.
Those broadcasting lessons are really paying off. So.
I didn't really have any lessons. It's just all natural.
Shocking.
Where do you want to go? You talk for a second.
You talk. You just want to eat. You want me to filibuster here so you
just
can
for a second.
Belly buster.
Yeah.
I think we start with. We're gonna have a lot to say, and I guess I'm gonna talk for a while. SmackDown's chowing down on pizza. You're what?
I'm right here.
You're right here. Yeah. Thanks for the help. So
I got you.
So we'll get to the NFL schedule. Keith Smart. I mean, you were in my office when this email kind of hit yesterday, and obviously it's a name that if you're a pretty good college basketball fan, you remember Keith Smart, Indiana, the shot against Syracuse, all of those things. I'll be honest, I'd kind of lost track of his coaching career and what he had done in recent times. And but we should know someone with some ties to the NBA and ties to Muss was who was going to be this selection to fill this final staff spot. So no surprise at all, or when you read the release that, hey, this was the guy. I mean, it perfectly checks about every box you could think of for Musselman.
Yeah, 22 years coaching in professional basketball. He's been the head coach of the Cleveland Cavaliers, Golden State Warriors, and the Sacramento Kings. He's also been an assistant for the Knicks, the Grizzlies, the Heat, the Kings, the Warriors, and also the Cavs, and has that connection with Musselman on, the Golden State Warriors. So their friendship dates back to about 30 years, which is a pretty long time. So that's
a big box to check, too, I think, with Musselman.
And this is another guy. You got Mosier already on staff, Earl Boykins already on staff, and now you had Coach Keith Smart on staff with NBA connections. And one of the things that Moses Moody said, K.K. Robinson said, Devo Davis said, and Jalen Williams said, all of the true freshmen that came in this past year, every single one of them pointed to Coach has NBA experience, or he's got NBA experience on his staff, this, that. Well, now you're adding a plethora. You're adding a gargantuan of NBA experience to your staff, and a guy that has connection with Musselman, that's coached under Musselman, similar to Gus Argenal, just has the NBA experience on top of all that.
I think it's too big a part of the recruiting pitch, too big a part of what the philosophy overall from the top with Musselman is, that you can't really miss it with one of these top assistants. He's just going to make that part of, because you look at his career and what Musselman is, it's far more NBA than college, really, in his time, his total years of service. So, I mean, it just fits in his DNA, the kind of program he wants to run. And I think it's, as I started the thought, it's just too big a part, Ty, of the recruiting pitch of why come to Arkansas. Because you want to play professional basketball. Even if it's not the NBA, there's a lot of opportunity to make money. These guys know how to put their athletes in the best spot to make some money.
Yeah, and I think that was on display with Isaiah Joe, Mason Jones, and Moses Moody. And then if you go beyond that, it's going to be, I think, knock on wood, with Justin Smith, with Jalen Tate, and some of the other guys that they've had come through this program in a short time. Remember, this program's really just 2 years old under Eric Musselman. You would expect it continue to go in that direction when it comes to the players and the stuff. Let's welcome in Ryan in Hot Springs this morning. If you want to call or text in, you're more than welcome at 877-377-6963. It's a Recruiting Thursday. Now, Ryan wants to talk about a horse name that if he had the money to buy a horse, and a dog crap story that I'm sure is going to be riveting.
Preakness coming up this week.
Mm-hmm.
So I'd probably come up with something like Ridge Runner or something like that. I'm kind of but anyway, so onto the dog. So me and the wife, when we first got married, as a wedding present for her, I got her a Basset Hound named Buford, and I named him after Buford T. Justice from Smokey and the Bandit. So anyway, well, we're playing around in the house. We're horse playing. Well, he has taken a crap in the house, and we didn't know it. Well, unbeknownst to my wife, she stepped in it, and when I stepped in it, I'm talking barefooted, got it between her toes and everything else. So she was not happy, and so I had to assist her to the tub and help her get her toes clean. She was about to throw up. So I hope that helps you feel any better there, Ty. At least didn't go between your toes.
I just hit the tennis shoe. Ugh, that's not how you start a marriage.
Ruining breakfast all across the state. This is the Morning Rush. So
doing what we have to do. But again, if you want to hop in, we're going to get into that conversation a little bit later. If you had the money to buy a racehorse, with the Preakness being this weekend, there's some cool horses that are competing, cool names. What would you name your horse? But back to the Keith Smart conversation. I think this is a big time pickup, and people are starting to take notice not only of the players that Eric Musselman is bringing in, but the assistants as well. And Keith Smart is a name that a lot of college basketball, a lot of NBA people know exactly who he is, and that's going to attract people, and that's going to attract recruits, and it's going to attract more eyes to this program, because we can talk about how important it is for high school basketball kids to want to be Arkansas Razorbacks, but it's also important that tournaments like the Hall of Fame Classic, tournaments like the Maui Invitational, stuff like that, they want you to be on TV. They want your brand itself to be on TV. And in addition, like Keith Smart, it's not going to hurt that whatsoever.
All right, off and running, Recruiting Thursday here on the Morning Rush, brought to you by NWA Gold and Silver, Bentonville, Fayetteville, and in Fort Smith. If you've got gold or silver items you'd like to turn to cash, they can help you at NWA Gold and Silver. If you're looking for gold or silver items like engagement rings, diamond earrings, necklaces, pendants, they sell those as well. So they're looking to buy gold, with gold at recent all-time highs and still at highly elevated prices historically. You can get more for your gold at NWA Gold and Silver. They're at 1130 North Walton in Bentonville, Nelson's Crossing by Jason's Deli in Fayetteville, and Rogers Avenue just west of Central Mall in Fort Smith. That's NWA Gold and Silver, the people that pay the most.
The NFL schedule came out last night, and it is a dandy. I think this is the most I've been excited for the National Football League in any season in quite some time. We've had 2 new people in our Fantasy Football League. Really excited about that. Hopefully we'll get to do our draft at this dude's beach house. But what you should be excited about, all you Dallas Cowboys fans, all you Kansas City Chiefs fans, Hall of Fame Classic and the Cowboys Chiefs lined up the exact same weekend.
Just say, Alexa, play ESPN Arkansas.
ESPN Arkansas from TuneIn.
Hey, this is Mike Golick Jr. from ESPN Radio, and you're listening to The Morning Rush.
Tommy Kraft for the Fenceman. If you've always wanted powered automatic gates at your home or business, but you didn't know who to call, let me tell you about the Fenceman. 479-782-3936. The Fenceman does it all. Custom wrought iron installations, automatic gates, even controlled access systems, and lots more. Ask about 18-month, same as cash financing with approved credit. For your custom fence and gate needs, call the Fenceman. 479-782-3936. The Fenceman. He ain't afraid of no work. Harry Robinson Buick GMC wants to buy your vehicle, and they'll pay top dollar today. Pre-owned car values are at an all-time high, and your car is worth more today than it ever will be again. If you are driving a 2013 model or newer with 120,000 miles or less, bring it to Harry Robinson Buick GMC, and they will pay you more for your trade. Even if you don't want to buy a new car, they will still buy yours. Harry Robinson Buick GMC, exit 11 off of I-540 in Fort Smith.
Largemouth bass will be spawning soon at ponds and lakes all over Arkansas and Oklahoma. One of the best lures to catch them on at this time is the famous Yum Dinger. We make them by the truckloads in Fort Smith in 3, 4, 5, and 6-inch sizes, and they are in tackle boxes of bass anglers all over the U.S. and all over the world. Wacky rigging the 5-inch model can't be beat for spawning bass. Available at Walmart, Bass Pro Shops, Academy, LureNet.com, and tackle stores all over the place. The Yum Dinger.
River City Bistro is Fort Smith's favorite place for lunch, dinner, and brunch. Open 7 days a week, both on the heated patio and the cozy dining room. River City Bistro is locally owned and open weekdays 11 to 8, Saturdays 10 to 8, and Sundays 10 to 3. Want River City Bistro curbside to go? Just search on Facebook or Instagram for River City Bistro or go to rcbistro.com. River City Bistro, 7320 Rogers Avenue in the Stonewood Village Shopping Center.
Locally owned Lumber One can handle all of your building needs. They've built their business on having great relationships with everybody from contractors and builders to the everyday build-it-yourself. Lumber One is a full-line door shop to handle all of your door, window, and trim needs. And along with lumber, roofing, and drywall products, attic wall and floor insulation is available. Lumber One also does blueprint takeoff with access to design services with estimates available. So go where the pros go. Lumber One, located on Industrial Park Road in Van Buren.
Hey, grounds guys.
Hey, what?
I've got one guy that mows my yard, another guy that sprays for weed, another group that does my landscaping, and I'm probably forgetting someone that does something else. Wouldn't it be easier to just call one place for all my yard work?
You betcha. When it comes to yard work, just call the grounds guys. Mowing, maintenance, weed control, landscaping. We do it all. Call 479-303-GUYS. That's 303-GUYS. Or visit groundsguys.com in Northwest Arkansas and the Fort Smith area. The Grounds Guys. Leave the yard work to us.
Building a home can be stressful. This is true whether you're the homeowner or the contractor. Many times these issues result in a lawsuit. If you are a homeowner or a contractor and find yourself needing legal help, call the attorneys at Kevin Hickey Law Partner. With experience representing homeowners as well as non-payment or other issues that could arise during construction. Contact Brad Hull or Kevin Hickey at 479-434-2414 in the River Valley or 479-802-6560 in Northwest Arkansas. Or check them out on the web at artriallawyers.com.
Have your travel plans changed? Looking for a place that's close to home and keep your family safe? Gaston's White River Resort is located on the beautiful White River. They offer private accommodations in their lodges and cabins. Most cabins have a fully equipped kitchen or let their restaurant staff deliver to your cabin. Call 870-431-5202 and change your plans to Gaston's White River Resort. Gaston's White River Resort, a first-class time every time.
Did you know that you can get your car serviced or repaired without ever leaving your house? All you have to do is call Jody's Auto Service Center at 479-649-3399. Jody's will pick up your vehicle, service or repair it for you, and return it fully disinfected to your driveway. Pickup and delivery is free for jobs $75 or more. Jobs less than $75 can be picked up and returned for a $10 fee. Let Jody's Auto Service Centers handle all your service and vehicle repair needs. Call 479-649-3399. Jody's Auto Service Center.
ESPN 95.3. The Morning Rush with Ty Richardson and Tommy Kraft.
Launched by Wallace into left field, back to the wall, and it is into the bullpen. Caden Wallace gives Arkansas the lead with his 7th home run.
Want to meet Coach Sam Pittman? You can at the Arkansas Baptist Children's Homes and Family Ministries Golf Classic Monday, May the 24th. Visit arkansasfamilies.org for more information.
Speaking of classics, I was hoping this would happen all during the show yesterday and when the schedule was released on ESPN last night, and it did. The Hall of Fame Classic that you're going to be participating in for Arkansas basketball that Monday and Tuesday in Kansas City, and the Chiefs and Cowboys lined up on the exact same weekend. We'll talk about that and some other NFL scheduling news coming up here on the Morning Rush.
You guys live music guys? You go to places that have live music?
Absolutely.
It's back on the patio at Joe's Grill. So Tuesdays, Saturdays, you can get your favorite drink, get you a basket of tacos, because Tuesday and Saturdays are dollar taco days, by the way. So you can head out to the patio and listen to some great live music that they have every Tuesday night and Saturday night at Joe's Grill and Cantina. It's perfect for Taco Tuesday. Don't forget brunch on Saturdays. Start at 10:45 when they open. They got the full menu available, but also brunch favorites, brunch specials, and your favorite brunch cocktail as well. So Saturday, there is a lot of reasons to be at Joe's Grill and Cantina. And don't forget, with the ball games coming up this weekend, Friday, Saturday, and an early start on Saturday, by the way, and a noon start on Sunday, hey, get over to Joe's and enjoy half-price apps and taps on Friday and Saturday. They rest on Sundays, but they're there for you. Live music back on the patio. Joe's Grill and Cantina, 3400 South 74th Street across from Harps in Fort Smith.
Did you see the schedule until I sent it to you, or were you as excited as I was excited when it was sent to me?
I had seen Week 11. I didn't put 2 and 2 together that was the date we were referring to. I did see Cowboys-Chiefs Week 11, but I didn't see the date until
someone put the November 21st. Said, "Oh, that is that same weekend." So
I guess Roger Goodell heard my cry, heard my call on the television networks. They were listening.
He heard it sitting on his recliner,
hard and heavy yesterday. But so Arkansas will play Missouri that Friday in Fayetteville, right?
No, that's the following Friday, right? Let me get my calendar in front of me.
That's the Friday of Thanksgiving.
Friday of Thanksgiving. You're at the beginning of that week, so
you're pre-Thanksgiving.
Okay,
yep.
So
you're a week ahead,
right? The Arkansas-Missouri game will be the 26th.
The 26th. Okay, so who do they play?
I believe it's LSU.
It's LSU. So okay, so
that's my schedule, but I believe it's LSU.
Okay, so there's a loaded up weekend that weekend. I mean, I am super duper excited for that weekend, and I'm not even a big Cowboys-Chiefs fan, but when that lines up, because I was talking to my buddy Brent yesterday, half his family is Chiefs fans, half his family is Dallas Cowboys fans, so they're going to be a house divided.
Oh, no, I'm sorry, Alabama. It's LSU at Alabama that Saturday. So unless you're traveling to Tuscaloosa to watch the Hogs beat Nick Saban, right?
Yes.
That's what's going to happen. The Hogs are going to beat the Crimson Tide.
Yeah.
Jimbo Fisher.
It's Alabama that weekend.
Alabama. I haven't been down to Tuscaloosa. My brother and a couple of his buddies have been down there. They said it was a good time. But you couldn't have asked for a better weekend, right?
Go to Bama, and then you can haul tail up to Kansas City.
Does Tuscaloosa have an airport?
I think they only land crop dusters there, but yes, they do have an airport. A regional airport.
Legitimately don't know, so I've never.
Well, most people would fly in or out of Birmingham.
Birmingham, okay. Because Birmingham's 45, 50 minutes hour away.
Something like that.
It's pretty close. I know when they always do the SEC Media Days down there at the Hyatt Winfrey, Alabama fans have the quickest and easiest trip because of how close it is. But, I mean, you couldn't have asked for a better setup if you're a Cowboys or Chiefs fans. Now, I will say, roommate's a diehard Baltimore Ravens fan. He walked in last night. He said for the Ravens-Raiders tickets, the cheapest – try and guess, guys, the cheapest ticket that he could find.
That's Monday night, right?
In the nosebleeds. Monday Night Football.
In Vegas?
In Vegas. Now, we just talked about the DJ club that they're setting up, and I have no idea what those tickets, but just try and –
probably cheaper in the game.
Try and guess the cheapest nosebleed ticket that he was able to find yesterday.
Well, everybody gets emotional and goes off the deep end financially right after these things are announced. That's when you need to sell your tickets, like right after the bowls are announced. Right. That's when the tickets are generally at their peaks. I'm going to guess right now that you know the date. I'm going to guess like the cheapest, and it's Vegas, so it's high, like $4.25.
Okay, $4.25.
We did the Cowboys game. We sat, might as well say upper deck, but on that upper, like when it was two. I'll go $3.75.
$700
Good Lord.
smacking dollars.
Well, but that might be what they're listed for.
It'll come down
right?
like you're
People
saying.
won't be buying at that. I mean, you won't sell out at that price. So.
What do you think those, and I didn't look at this SmackDown.
They hadn't had a fan yet in that facility. They built that new, was that a Legion Air Stadium?
That sounds right.
And I guess there hadn't been a butt in a seat yet.
Oh, first time for everything.
Yeah.
Now, SmackDown, I know that you were excited. I'm excited for this game because I think it has the potential to be a pretty good football game. Week 1, Thursday night football, Cowboys and Bucks in Tampa Bay in the defending Super Bowl champions' house. What do you think those tickets are ranging?
That's going to be fun to figure out.
I'm surprised you. I would assume that you would have at least just looked.
Well, I mean, that'd be I don't know if I could pull the trip off to Tampa. I mean, me and Tommy we've already got our trip planned for Kansas City.
You would deprive my grandmother of seeing her favorite grandson that weekend in Kansas City.
I don't know if deprive's the right word.
No, she would be so heartbroken if I had to call her and tell her because.
Well, you're already going to be there late. I mean, I'm sure if you're the favorite grandson, you'll be there for Thanksgiving.
That's true.
So,
yeah,
no need to go twice in a week.
Skip the bachelor party and go see your grandma.
In fact, that's probably what you need to do. Since you are the favorite grandson, I'm sure you can't miss Thanksgiving. You don't have time to go to this work event and drive back and then go back. There's no time for that. So we'll just help you out. And, when the work week is up, you can just go for Thanksgiving.
I actually have a very unique and very perfect caveat. She's actually going to be in Dallas that weekend for Thanksgiving.
So she won't even be home for this deal. So
but no,
another reason not to go.
For Thanksgiving. Remember, because Thanksgiving's that Thursday. It's the coming up Thursday. So what would work out perfect? And listen, I called her yesterday. I told her, look, I think my boss.
I bet you did.
Look right in that camera right there.
I think my boss is going to let me see you this weekend. I'm going to do every bit, and you would take away the time spent with her favorite grandson. We could go to the Chiefs and Cowboys game. We could go to the Arkansas Hall of Fame class, and you, as a family man,
think he's taking grandma to the game?
Take away that weekend from us.
He would go down the bottom of the list of
Richardson.
Right. Okay,
and
you show me the tickets
favorite
you're
grandson.
buying for you and your grandma, and we might talk about it. But
I'm just going to
listen.
Just
so you know, Granny's got my number too, and Grandma said, "I haven't seen Ty in a long time, and could you make it possible that he could come for Memorial Day weekend?" To see me in Kansas City.
What's on Memorial Day weekend again?
And I said, I'm not holding him up. He's clear to go Memorial Day weekend. So she's expecting. She's fixing all your favorites. No mac and cheese. So
chicken and dumplings.
Mm-hmm.
All the pizza you want.
It is a true shame that I made a commitment to my friend to go down to New Orleans, Louisiana, and celebrate what's going to be a lifelong marriage with him.
So you can't be lifelong because you're just not getting married. So lifelong is already
out. It's going
to
be a lifelong marriage between those two, and I want to celebrate it for years to come. That weekend, I made a commitment to go down to New Orleans and celebrate his marriage.
Crap. You are so full of crap. Oh.
All right, it's going to be tough telling my grandma.
I'm going to try to save us here. We're brought to you by World of Wireless, 877-305-DISH. Ty's going to have a perfect high-def picture to watch the Cowboys and Chiefs from his living room coming up in November. There's no question. SmackDown and I will have, we'll be like Ned Beatty walking into Notre Dame Stadium. The beauty these eyes have never seen before.
Exactly, right.
All there. Hey, World of Wireless can get you hooked up with high def every room, lock in your price for 2 years, and the Google Nest camera that hooks into the hopper is yours free right now. 877-305-DISH for WOW World of Wireless.
Listen to that last segment, I promise you, it sounded like I walked into a barbershop and listened to two old men just go at it. That was great.
You're listening to The Morning Rush.
The Mega Millions jackpot from the Arkansas Scholarship Lottery is now more than $400 million. So, what would you do if you won?
I'll be buying 3 boats. One for fishing on the lakes, one for fishing on the rivers, and one to take the family out.
I would buy us the best seats for every show on Broadway.
Got your ticket? If not, visit your local lottery retailer for your chance to win the Mega Millions jackpot of more than $400 million. This is winning. Call 1-800-522-4700 for Problem Gambling Helpline.
Hi, I'm Bill Bolton of NWA Gold, Silver, and Coins. I started in this business in 1972 at an auction house that specialized in antique and estate jewelry, sterling silver, and coins. In that time, I've seen gold go from $35 an ounce to today's price of $1,683. I want to talk to you about the coins you may have inherited and how important it is to deal with someone who understands coins and this market. In 2011, we had a mother and daughter come into our store and sell us a lot of jewelry they no longer wore for $3,300. The daughter then pulled out an 1850 California $10 gold piece. Jeremy offered her $900 and she accepted his offer. He then advised her to have this coin graded. She did, and she sold it for $36,000. If you don't know what you have, please come see Jeremy in our Bentonville store. Don't sell it in an auction or an estate sale and get less money. What's in your safety deposit box could be worth thousands. NWA Gold, Silver, and Coins, Bentonville, Fayetteville.
Hey, Tommy here. I want to take a minute to tell you about our friends at R-Track, I-40 at exit 58 in Clarksville. They've been around 17 years doing things right, providing great value to their customers with compact tractors and outdoor equipment to the Arkansas River Valley. See the full line of LS brand tractors with 22 to over 100 horsepower models available. Nearly all feature a front-end loader for maximum utility. It's all at R-Track, exit 58 off I-40 in Clarksville. That is R-Track in Clarksville.
This time of year is hectic, and we know you have things to do and places to be. Southern Tire Mart can help you get there and save you money on America's most trusted brands like Michelin and BF Goodrich. Take advantage of our $29.95 oil change, which includes a 27-point vehicle inspection. Come see us at Southern Tire Mart just off I-540 at exit 14 in Fort Smith today for quality Michelin and BF Goodrich tires and the best-in-class service. Get where you need to be with Michelin, BF Goodrich, and Southern Tire Mart.
One of the most common questions we get at Mosquito Joe is how can you possibly get rid of mosquitoes? At Mosquito Joe, it's our mission to keep your yard mosquito free. It's all we do. With the right products and the right training, you'd be amazed at the difference Mosquito Joe can make. Give us a call and we'd be glad to answer all your questions and tell you more. Get your first service for just $39. Call 479-202-9960. It's 202-9960 or visit arkansas.mosquitojoe.com.
Ramos Roofing is a local roofing company and have over 25 years of experience in the Oklahoma area. Are you looking for a residential or commercial roofing need? Ramos Roofing is the business you can trust, offering discounts for senior citizens, law enforcement, and healthcare workers. Ramos Roofing can help you with your insurance claim. Ramos Roofing, working with you to build a better home. Call 479-420-9903. That's 479-420-9903 for Ramos Roofing.
Getting the kids to practice on time. Remembering if it's your day to bring snacks. Making it to the game with a clean jersey. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with auto owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. Auto Owners works with independent agents who answer when you call, so you can worry about more important things, like whether your kid is going to run toward first or third base. That's simple human sense.
Call Kohler and Green Insurance today in Fort Smith at 484-9888 and Kohler and Green Insurance in Van Buren at 474-9888.
Did you invest in real estate only to find out that real estate takes up too much of your time? If you answered yes, then it's time to make a call to the experts. With more than 30 years of combined property management experience and more than 16,000 units managed, Trinity Multifamily are the ones to call. Get your life back. Call Trinity Multifamily at 479-452-1817 or online at trinitymultifamily.com. Trinity Multifamily, your teammate in the real estate game.
I want barbecue that's sliced thick, smoked long, and so tender it melts in your mouth. Sides that will fill me up like a twice-baked potato, baked beans, hand-cut fries, okra, Texas toast. You know what I'm talking about? A restaurant where the whole family can go and get a great meal for a great price. Where the owner actually comes to your table to make sure everything tastes great. I'll tell you what I want. I want Jerry Neal's.
Harry Robinson Buick GMC wants to buy your vehicle, and they'll pay top dollar today. Pre-owned car values are at an all-time high, and your car is worth more today than it ever will be again. If you are driving a 2013 model or newer with 120,000 miles or less, bring it to Harry Robinson Buick GMC, and they will pay you more for your trade. Even if you don't want to buy a new car, they will still buy yours. Harry Robinson Buick GMC, exit 11 off of I-540 in Fort Smith.
ESPN 95.3.
Good morning to the Morning Rush, everybody.
First base line's open. The pitch is ripped deep to left field by Webb, and it's way out of here. Braden Webb hits his third home run of the season.
You're home for Razorback Baseball all season long right here. HitThatLine.com.
Arkansas, Tennessee this weekend in Knoxville. We'll talk with Tom Murphy today at 7:20. Scott Tabor at 8 o'clock tomorrow. It's a big-time series, top 5 team in the country. And we got some quick-hitty headlines to get to as well on the Morning Rush.
Stopped in at Burton Pools and Spas yesterday. Needed to get a few things for the pool. And I've got a little problem. I've got the one of those robotic cleaners that go in the pool to get all the leaves and the junk. I'm going to tell you, the wind here lately has just put a bunch of stuff in the pool. But I've got an issue with it. And I'm going to tell you, the staff there, I don't know, it runs and stops. Jimmy and the staff that take care of things, I mean, they are just like Johnny on the spot. When you need help with something, getting something fixed, hey, we'll get this in today and out tomorrow, and if we can't get one for you, if we can't get it fixed in a few days, I'll bring you a demo to your house. I mean, that's the kind of and the level of service you get when you have a custom pool built with Burton Pools and Spas. Right now, cash and carry items with Burton Pools and Spas are on sale at $19.99. Semi-in-ground pools start at less than $10,000. Chemical packages, 10% off. I know a lot of folks are seeing Memorial Day coming up, ready to open the pool. Well, get by Burton Pools and Spas, take a water sample, and let them help you get that pool crystal clear and perfect, or let them help you get started on a pool for your own backyard. That's Burton Pools and Spas, Springdale and in Fort Smith, and always online at burtonpools.com. Your source for backyard fun.
Also be thinking about as we approach the Preakness this weekend, if you had unlimited money and you could buy a racehorse, what would you name it? Would you name it after someone? Would you name it after something? We'll get into that conversation coming up here on the Morning Rush. No surprise, Akel Maween has signed with the Oklahoma Sooners basketball team. He's been linked to David Patrick for the last couple years. That's where he's ending up to start his college basketball career. Speaking of signings, Xavier Kelly is signed with the Ravens yesterday, former Razorback, former Clemson Tiger. That was kind of cool to see. And we talked about Felipe Franks a little bit yesterday, Tommy. I hope that a lot of these Razorbacks, even if they weren't drafted, you think about Cam Curl drafted as late as he was. Dude was an all-rookie. I mean, just because you were either a free agent or you're drafted late doesn't mean you can have an impact, man.
Yeah, and we're going to see a lot more of this and see if these guys hang around and stick to rosters, make some rosters here this year. We've seen probably more examples of guys that went late or went undrafted have an impact coming out of this program than the other way around. Because there's been so few high draft choices.
Let me ask y'all something, because I think this has been said multiple times. This is going to be the most difficult year, or this was the most difficult year for NFL football to evaluate talent. Because you think about COVID year, you think about all the stuff that went into that. And so
can't travel scouts. I mean, can't have face to face. Didn't have the combine and normal. All these things.
Yeah. Just keep it going, like you're saying. So my thought would be, you'll also see that in the NBA, guys will be poorly evaluated, either over-evaluated or under-evaluated, and they won't necessarily match up to where they were drafted, where they were signed as a free agent. So just because an Arkansas player, because remember, only one guy was drafted from the Razorbacks, that being Jonathan Marshall to the New York Jets, doesn't mean these guys can't over-exceed expectations based on where they landed and based on them just being free agent signings.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. I mean, and this we can spin forward into a Razorback conversation too, coming from high school up. But, his name's Trey Lance, right? The quarterback out of
North Dakota. I always mix it up. It's either North Dakota or South Dakota State.
But they didn't even have a season. Their season's, a spring season. And I was really surprised, particularly that first night, Ty, how many players that had opted out. There were a handful, 2 or 3, that didn't play, and then some that opted out later in the year on their team that got drafted. That's even harder to evaluate. And then, like we say, you stack on top of that, no real combine, no scouts out traveling, all of these things. There's going to be some swings and misses, and there's going to be some diamonds in the rough that just got overlooked. No question.
Talking about signings this morning, the Packers have signed Blake Bortles, and according to Benjamin Albright, this is not, or Albrecht, however you say his name, this is not because of Aaron Rodgers. They're just doing it because of reassurance. I don't believe that whatsoever. So maybe Bortles
got a better chance of believing you're going to take Grandma to the Chiefs Cowboys.
Yeah, well, that's legit. So I can go. Is that what I'm saying?
Yeah. As soon as I guess Blake Bortles will be the starter too, right?
Actually, that's a weekend. I can do whatever I want that weekend. I just got to be back in time to do the show the next day. But
no, we got a ball game that weekend.
Yeah, but I'll just leave after the game on Saturday or whenever we do. So Alabama,
game.
You think it's a night game in Tuscaloosa?
If you're going to lie, I'll just step up, go lie for lie with you.
I'm hoping it's an 11 a.m. game. That way we can get
keep up,
the post game done early, and we can get after that. I was not surprised. This is according to the Higher American Institute of Learning to find out that the Arkansas Razorbacks have the best tailgating in the state of Arkansas, according to this data that was compiled. Is there someone
who would even compete in that
in the state?
In our state, I'm not saying it's the best in the country, but this map you put in today, and I saw this on Twitter yesterday, and some of you out there listening probably seen it. Best tailgating in the state. Now, the thing that'll raise your eyebrows is you look to the state to the east, Mississippi. Well, that's the Grove, right? It's supposed to be Ole Miss. That's not what this deal says.
It says Mississippi State.
That can't be right. That to me, and I hadn't been to tailgated either, but we just know the tailgates in the Grove are legendary, right? I mean, that to me would be like the no-brainer where you would start the map was that. So either this is a troll job on that or there's no validity at all in this entire study.
Yeah. Let me help you out with this. So Oklahoma's to our left. I think I've been to both. I think Oklahoma State has a better tailgate atmosphere. Right. I think Stillwater's better.
I've been to a Oklahoma game. They played Alabama. Now I'm going back almost 20 years, maybe right at 20 years.
Okay.
And it was pretty insane what goes on there outside the stadium. Now that was 20 years ago.
Yeah, that's just my personal. I like Oklahoma State more than I do Oklahoma. Now up top, I'd rather go to a Missouri State football game than go to Columbia. I'm just being honest. It's not an SEC school. And when you're an SEC school, you have the best tailgating in the state unless you compete against another SEC school. That to me is still not an SEC school.
Yeah.
Missouri will always be the step cousin. They're not even step brother or step sister. They are the step cousin of the Southeastern Conference.
I've been to a game there, and this was back before they've renovated here recently, and it was just a glorified high school stadium, like you said. Tailgating seemed okay. We were in a group of about 6 guys that had come in for the day to watch the game, and it was okay, but it wasn't insane or anything, you know. But there was plenty of partying going on around the stadium.
Matt says the problem with the Grove, Tommy, is tailgate. It's too hard to get a spot. MSU tailgating is much better for the average fan.
Maybe I've not been to either, so I don't have an opinion.
In Oxford and in the greater Mississippi area, the divorce rate is a lot higher. That's pure speculation. That's not speculation. It's just true. And so when can you
cite a source on that?
When they have Vince Vaughn and Owen Wilson and the lawyers and the litigation and stuff, and they're splitting down the house, the car, who's getting custody of the kids, they also have to figure out who's getting the Grove spot. That's been in the family for 20, 30, 40 years.
They're like master's tickets.
And that is when the husband and wife, now ex-husband and wife, get angrier at each other than anything else. They say, oh, you have the kids. No, you have the kids. No, I want this. I want the Grove spot. That's what they really care about, is who's there in that spot. And if the other one doesn't get it, all hell breaks loose.
It's like there has to be our buddy Kevin Hickey would have to draw up visitation schedules. You know, you get it for these home games this year, and you get them for these home games, and
Oh man! Speaking of tailgates,
you'll have to swap and share on the Egg Bowl every other year, so you get it every 4th year, I guess.
That's the one you got to go to. Speaking of tailgates, Tennessee, the audacity of the Volunteers are having a pig roast and pulled pork sandwich giveaway this Friday. First 350 fans get a free sandwich.
That's all of them.
There's about 4,200 that are going to be let in this weekend. They're checkering the stadium, so they're doing white, orange, white, orange, white, orange.
They'll screw that up too.
I don't really like when they make us. Now, the one time I thought it was cool was in Little Rock, and it was a dedication. I'm forgetting the holiday, but it was red, white, and blue. I thought that was awesome. Yeah. I'm not just a big fan of
9/11 game, maybe.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of just red, white, red, white. But when they did the red, white, and blue, and they had the Razorback in red, white, and blue in the center of that field, as a kid, I thought that was the greatest thing ever.
Yeah, so it does look better from an aerial shot or an overhead shot at War Memorial because of the circular, continuous nature of the stadium. I don't know that they hadn't had a chance to really try it. You couldn't really pull it off in Fayetteville right now because you can't fill it up. Maybe this year you could, but something like that, I'd be interested to see now that you have a more continuous pattern of the seating in Fayetteville, but now that the north end zone's there, what it'd be like. But I'm like you. I mean, just let me come to the game and wear what I want. And now I got to figure out I got to go look up. Do I need to wear, in this case, white or orange? In our case, it'd be red or white to sit in the section I'm sitting in. That's, that's just too much work. That exhausts me.
You bring up wearing what you want. Sean in Greenwood hates the Grove because he doesn't believe anyone should wear church clothes to a tailgate or football game.
Well, look nice, But here's what I get.
You wear I think looking nice is an Arkansas PFG and jeans. I'm not a big fan of wearing khakis on
the Arkansas one on, but that's kind of what I'm in today.
Yeah, but I for game days I've seen you wear that before.
Yeah.
Just throw on dudes, throw on a polo, throw on jeans or khaki shorts. Ladies, throw on a cocktail dress or whatever. I mean,
it wouldn't match the chandelier in their tent there at the Grove is the problem.
I feel like that's right. I know like males, and I was joking with my sisters about this when when I wake up in the morning, they always ask me, it's like, how do you get ready so fast? And I was like, because I throw on a polo and khaki shorts and I'm good to go.
And a ball cap backwards.
And a ball cap backwards, a Gaston's ball cap backwards, if you will. But it's just like the difference of mentality. Guys, for like a game day, I know it's a big ordeal for ladies, and not every lady, but it's like they have to make sure they're dressed to the nines. Guys are just like, give me a pair of jeans, give me some boots, give me a belt, and give me a shirt, and I'm good to go. And beer as well. But it's just a different mentality. David in South Arkansas, Tommy, talking about the tailgate splitting. He said he went through that situation in divorce. She got the house and everything. I insisted on the Chiefs tickets, and that's the only thing I got out of it, the thing that I wanted. I love that. That's a great answer from our residential Chiefs fan. David, Chiefs Cowboys. If you got extra tickets, you know who to call. So
you mean Grandma's not a season ticket holder?
No, she loves her Kansas City Chiefs. She's a big time Chiefs fan, but she's not a Chiefs.
Well, that's
season
what you
ticket
should.
holder.
When's her birthday?
When is her birthday?
What? Oh! I thought you were the favorite grandson.
It's on my I keep a calendar at my house that has it at that. It's right on top of my fridge. All the family members that are lucky enough to be related to me have their names listed on their birthdays on the calendar. It's a small little calendar.
I'm embarrassed for you. I'm just embarrassed for you.
Well, no, your birthday. We're like family.
When's Tommy's birthday?
December 31st.
Yeah, mine's easy to remember.
It is. Because usually I see.
When's your dad's birthday?
February 23rd.
I don't know if that's
When's
right.
Grandma's birthday?
I told you I didn't know. I'm just being honest. Would you want me to lie on the air about not knowing my grandma's birthday?
I'm pretty sure it's better
This
than a lie.
mic has nothing, except when SmackDown comes on from 11 to 1. This mic has nothing from truth that comes out of it from 6 to 9.
I'm worried about what's going into it, not out of it.
There's a reason that wasn't there, man.
All right.
I'm just going to keep that thought in my head.
We've got a bunch of calls to get to. Last little headline before we get to those. This is of all the shortages, of all the things that we've had to suffer from in the past year and a half. Chick-fil-A is going through an industry sauce shortage with their ChickfilA sauce. You get one sauce per entree, 2 sauces per meal, and 3 sauces per 30-count nugs. Now, I don't know about you. When I walk in there, I don't ever think about how little sauces you get. And I think it just pertains to the Chick-fil-A sauce.
Well, there's only one sauce. Yeah, exactly. There's only one sauce that counts at Chick-fil-A, and that's Chick-fil-A sauce. But
yours is the Mardi Gras mustard. That's your go-to
that's at
in Popeyes,
yeah,
right?
But pro tip here, you can go to Walmart and they sell it. You get the bottle of Chick-fil-A sauce. I mean, you don't keep one in your glove box? I mean, you don't do that? I mean, who doesn't do that, right? Am I the only one?
They got your version, the Great Value version, too.
Yeah, that's the one I got. We got like 3 bottles of it.
Does Aldi have a version of Chick-fil-A sauce?
I
That's
doubt
where I
it.
shop.
Walmart.
Aldi's the place to go. Yeah, yours is the Mardi Gras mustard.
Yeah, I like
Mine is the creamy pepper from Whataburger.
Chick-fil-A sauce is right there.
Chick-fil-A sauce would be up there. The sauce from CJ's is a darn good choice too.
Fry sauce.
Fry sauce, yeah.
Mm-hmm. It's up there as well. All right, we got a lot of calls to get to. If you want to hop in on anything we just talked about, 877-377-6963.
Hey, our good buddy Brett Good was on with us yesterday. If you missed that interview, you can catch it in our podcast brought to you by Bud Light. He's also now part of the winning team at Henderson Phillips Employer Solutions. If you need help with employee benefits such as health insurance and group insurance plans, they can help that. Whether you're a small company and you got 4 or 5 and you want to make sure you take care of your employees, or you got 105, they can work with you on any kind of size benefit plan you need for health insurance, retirement plans, you name it, Brett can do it. Also, your insurance. If renewals are coming up, like July 1, you're looking at those rates that are coming in, premiums due, and you're thinking, I got to be able to do better than this. Well, Brett can help you with that commercial or personal insurance as well. Hey, give Brett a call, 479-651-2292. That's 651-2292 for Brett Good with Henderson Phillips Employer Solutions.
Let's go down to Waco, Texas, and welcome in Scott into the program. Now, he's originally from Fayetteville, but now he's listening down there in Texas. Scott, if you had your choice to name a racehorse, someone or anything, someone after someone, whatever, what would it be, my brother?
Hey, guys, enjoyed the show. I would the first name I'd call it Hoof for hoof, and the second name would be Hearted, Hearted. I thought it'd be just a great call and coming down the lane, charging and winning, and they had to name that, call it out a couple of 3 times pretty quick.
I see what you're doing there. That actually is pretty funny,
You want to do it real quick?
I'm not a horse. I think horse being a play-by or the track announcer at a horse race or at a track would be one of the hardest jobs to do in announcing.
No question.
To remember all those silk colors and the numbers and the names and all that stuff. I don't know how they do it, but Hoof-Hearted. I think that would be a great horse name. Yeah.
Okay, but enjoy the show, guys. I'm fixing to go jogging and we'll listen to you until I stop running.
All right, Scott, we appreciate it.
Appreciate it. From Waco Tag. Scott, get you some Scott, did you hang up? He's gone. All right. He needs to get him some Fuego today. Every time I think of Waco, Texas, I think of Fuego. All right, next caller, Rod on I-40. Rod, what would you name your horse? Let's go and get this, since we're talking about these horses, let's go and get this music going this morning.
Oh, you got some horse racing music?
Yeah, I do have some. SmackDown, will you go snag that real quick? Some horse racing. We'll get it going in just a sec. It's the Triple Crown music or something. I think that's what it is.
I didn't know there was a Triple Crown theme. But
is it?
Are you talking about like NBC's theme or something?
Yeah, I think it's. I just typed in horse theme music and it popped up with that.
It may be the Mr. Ed theme song. We don't know what's going to happen here. Rod, what's up, man?
Okay, all right. 3-year-old filly running the Preakness. I'm going to call her Misdemeanor.
Misdemeanor. All right.
Yeah. Yeah, she's going to be quite a horse, right?
Yeah.
Steal your heart.
Yeah.
But you going to wear that powder blue polo again at Ole Miss?
Am I gonna wear the powder blue polo to Ole Miss? I don't know when the Oxford.
Yeah, that's apropos for Ole Miss, isn't it? Powder blue, right?
Yeah, Phil was not a fan of that shirt. So I did get another one. I stopped by the Stadium Shop again, thanks to Robert and Elizabeth, and got me a red one this time, just because I was getting ripped and chastised and ridiculed for the powder blue one.
I don't know why. I mean, I got my ChickfilA sauce. I got a quart bottle, but I keep it in the fridge, right?
Yeah. Let's go by and get you a squirt every now and then,
I'm telling you, man, I just stop by the house, get my sauce.
Yeah.
Get it to go, right?
Right.
Get to those signs they got wrapped around the building.
Yeah. Well, I want to say don't run out. Thanks for the call, Rod. You probably went into pantries across, just in your neighborhood, you probably find little packets of chick. Remember when the old days, they'd leave them out? You could just go up to the little station there that had the napkins and the straws, and it had all the sauces there, too. And you could load it up.
It was dangerous back in the day when they used to do that.
Oh.
All right, here are a couple. Again, it's the Preakness this weekend. By the way, Tommy, I don't know because I don't. Is Baffert's horse, is Medina Spirit going to be able to race, or what's the deal with that?
The last I saw, he was still planning to enter the horse in this race, but disqualified. I'll Google that here in just a minute. But the last I saw, he'd been suspended from everything at Churchill. But I'm sure a decision is coming on that. Let me look at that up.
Okay. Yeah, I don't fault horses worth a flip. You know that. So that's not my thing. All right, here's some of the names that have been texted in this morning. JT in Hot Springs. I got to find his again, but let's see. Alan from Harrison texted a couple. He said, Kill Gilligan, Sink the Love Boat, and Sneezing in the Heater. Can you imagine trying to say one of those names rapidly?
Mm-hmm.
Kill Gilligan, Sneak the Love Boat, Sneezing in the Heater. Like, that's tough. Danny and Moral didn't text in. He says 7-day binge. I like that name.
Yeah. Medina Spirit allowed to run in the Preakness after reaching agreement for additional testing and monitoring following the Colts' failed drug test at the Derby. This from ESPN News 2 days ago. But I'm going to tell you, this is a real problem, just reading some of the horse racing people and what they had to say. But last I'd seen, that was still the latest news I'd seen, was 2 days ago, May 11th, going to be in the field. And that just tells you how desperate horse racing is to keep the star names, the Triple Crown going.
Yeah.
You're going to let a horse that's failed a drug test in the Preakness.
Caleb in Batesville, Tommy in SmackDown says Big Booty Judy would be his horse's name.
There was a time, we were talking to Ron Milquette, one of our buddies, a guy that's from Kohler, worked around Greenwood, got ties, of course, one of the top trainers at Oaklawn. I think Neighbors and I were doing the show then. We were going to get a horse. We'd worked it out, or working it out, trying to get, but the name Morning Rush, it's too many letters to fit their standards. So we were trying to figure out how to get Morning Rush as a horse's name. He was going to name one of his horses Morning Rush.
That's pretty sweet.
Yeah,
I like that. Brent Benville said,
couldn't get it worked out though.
Hey, we'll get after it at some point.
It's available though.
Grandma's cooking is what Brent Benville texted in.
What's your favorite thing your grandma cooks for you? Since you're her favorite grandson.
Chicken and dumplings, no question about it. Cornbread too.
She do that on her birthday?
No, she does. I don't make her cook on her birthday. You kidding me? What kind of grandson would I be if I made her cook on her birthday? Whenever that birthday is, which I don't know, I've taken her out to eat before. So I've surprised her and showed up in Kansas City before, and I'd like to be able to do this as well.
Yeah.
But apparently my boss is not a family man, and it's not going to allow me to see and let her see her favorite grandson.
Mm-hmm.
You would think that a family man would be all about that.
I'm sure that's a Sunday game, right? I'm sure Grandma's going to be at church that day. So
we'll go to early service, and then we'll go.
Yeah.
That'll be easy. So best of both worlds. We can get two in. We get two things in that day. It'll be fantastic. We'll get some barbecue. We'll go south. She used to have the peanut, those wings at the
He'll
peanut.
make Grandma pay for the tickets, too.
No,
I can already see it.
I'll just make you do it because it will expensive. Mm-hmm. So it'll be a work trip of sorts because we are the home on ESPN 104.3 and 95.3, the Kansas City Chiefs. So why would you not want to send the brand to go watch one of the biggest games?
What do you want to go do? Do you want to go see your grandma or go to the game? Because that's two completely.
It's a combination of both.
No, you can't do both.
You can do both.
No.
You take your grandma.
Why do you have to wait till November to go? If you love her so much,
because
why don't you take a weekend off and go?
I think you ought to go Memorial Day weekend.
I think
it's
you
a long
should too.
3-day weekend.
When Ty Richardson, the host of the Morning Rush, makes a commitment, he stands by that commitment. And if that means having to go down to New Orleans, Louisiana,
you seem a lot more excited to go down to New Orleans and celebrate than go see your loving grandmother.
Celebrate a soon-to-be lifelong
it's
marriage.
a lot closer to go to Kansas City.
It really is. You could be there before sundown.
Mm-hmm.
I think the flight's quicker from Fort Smith to New Orleans than it is to drive up to KC. It's about 4.5.
I doubt it.
A
Highly
flight?
doubt it.
That's right. I got to stop in Dallas. It's not straight shot.
Drive to New
You're just
Orleans
making too many excuses this morning.
Ah, man. Cannot believe my grandma's not going to see me. I cannot believe she's not going to get
I bet
to see
she's
me.
broken hearted.
Figure out your grandma's birthday before the end of the show. Maybe we'll have a talk then.
Yeah,
Just
maybe.
Shoot her an email. She doesn't do text, so I got to figure that out. All right,
Get your grandma to call in.
877-377-6963. Hour 2, Recruiting Thursday, coming up next.
Cash and carry savings during the month of May at Burton Pools and Spas in Springdale and in Fort Smith. Above ground pools start at just $19.99. Check out the semi-in-ground pools starting at $99.97. Plus special savings on chemical packages to get your pool off to the right start this summer. Cash and carry savings all month long at Burton Pools and Spas in Springdale and in Fort Smith, and always online at burtonpools.com. Burton Pools and Spas, your source for backyard fun.
Hi, it's Jan from Toyota. Summer's finally here, and with a great deal on a new Camry, RAV4, Highlander, Tacoma, and more, you can celebrate all of your favorite summer holidays, like Memorial Day, Cinco de Mayo, Independence Day, Father's Day.
You're doing great, Jan.
Thanks, Dad. Love you. International Pizza Party Day. Pepperoni, please. And by pepperoni, I mean Hawaiian. Let's keep this between us, though. I have relatives in Boston. I'll take another slice of pepperoni, please. But hold the pepperoni. Let's go ahead and add ham and pineapple. Thanks.
Toyota, let's go places. Get $750 customer cash, or qualified lessees can lease a 2021 Camry LE for $269 a month for 36 months with $29.99 due at signing. Visit buyatoyota.com for details. Offers available in select states and N6-121.
Standard Materials Group has immediate openings for ready-mix drivers in the Northwest Arkansas area. If you have a CDL license without an automatic restriction and want to be home every night, want to work with a company that offers great pay, benefits, and a great team environment with growth opportunity, apply today at jobs.crh.com. Again, that's jobs.crh.com. Standard Materials Group is an equal opportunity employer.
Did you know that you can get your car serviced or repaired without ever leaving your house? All you have to do is call Jody's Auto Service Center at 479-649-3399. Jody's will pick up your vehicle, service or repair it for you, and return it fully disinfected to your driveway. Pickup and delivery is free for jobs $75 or more. Jobs less than $75 can be picked up and returned for a $10 fee. Let Jody's Auto Service Centers handle all your service and vehicle repair needs. Call 479-649-3399. Jody's Auto Service Center.
The Golf Nut has been Fort Smith's #1 golf shop since 1994. Take advantage now of Bice golf balls. Buy more, save more sale. Buy 5 or more dozen and pay only $28.99 per dozen. The Golf Nut has a great selection of shoes in stock, including the Nike Air Jordan AP G3s and the new Jordan Speed 5 Spikeless from Under Armour. Spend some time on the TrackMan and Foresight simulation base. Just call for an appointment. As always, check Facebook for daily specials. The Golf Nut, 5121 Towson Avenue, your #1 golf shop since 1994.
Doe's Eat Place, serving award-winning steaks, has now added lobster tail and salmon to the menu. You can also enjoy delicious appetizers along with your choice of drinks from the largest selection of wines, beer, and liquor in the River Valley. Doe's Eat Place is open Tuesday through Thursday 5 till 9 and Friday and Saturday 5 till 10. Reservations are recommended. Call 784-9111. That's 784-9111. Doe's Eat Place, 422 North 3rd Street, Fort Smith.
Fitness will always be about keeping a routine. And the best routines in life will always make time for enjoying yourself. Michelob Ultra, superior light beer. Enjoy responsibly. AB Michelob Ultra Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
New Bud Light Seltzer?
Yep.
A hard seltzer with a hint of fruit flavor?
Yep.
Can I try one?
Yep.
That tastes great.
A dandy white perch. Big old slab. C'est bon, Sakhalin.
One beautiful crappie.
It's a paper mouse. Some serious crappie. Nice speck.
We got crappies.
They might go by different names, but all prefer the same thing. Bobby Garland, America's favorite. White perch, slab, sockeye, papermouth, crappie, speck, crappie baits.
I call it dinner.
Tommy Kraft here. When it came time for new gates and some fence repairs at my home, the Fence Man was my first call. The Fence Man does it all, from large commercial jobs to small residential repairs. Wood privacy fence, vinyl fence, commercial or residential chain link, even custom wrought iron fencing. 479-782-3936. 18 months, same as cash financing with approved credit is now available. If it involves fencing, the Fence Man does it. The Fence Man. He ain't afraid of no work. 479-782-3936.
This song might make you feel cool, but it perfectly describes a fool. I'm gonna take my horse to the old town road and gonna ride till I can't no more, and can't nobody tell me nothing. This path will only lead you to God's wrath, because the Bible says the wicked refuse discipline and treat his words like trash. What good is a nice beat when you're headed down the wrong street? I'm Pastor Heath from Woodland. Think about it.
Requires bank approval. Negative equity may be refinanced. Offer absolutely ends by May 31st, 2021.
ESPN Arkansas weather.
Sunshine today, our high this afternoon, upper 60s to lower 70s. I think tonight we're going to end up with a clear sky and overnight low in the low to mid 40s. Friday, back to sunshine, our high in the low to mid 70s. And then there is a slight chance of seeing a shower or storm across the north on Saturday, highs in the 70s. I'm Sally Russell with your forecast on ESPN Arkansas.
Want to meet Coach Sam Pittman? You can at the Arkansas Baptist Children's Homes and Family Ministries Golf Classic Monday, May the 24th. Visit arkansasfamilies.org for more information.
You're listening to The Morning Rush, live from the Busch Light Studios on ESPN 95.3, KERX Paris Fort Smith. This hour of The Morning Rush is brought to you by Bud Light, brewed with the best barley, rice, water, and hops to be America's favorite light beer. Bud Light, please drink responsibly.
Smart takes the shot, and the Hoosiers with 3 seconds go ahead. Has moved the Hoosiers to within 1 second of a national championship. Indiana wins the championship. Keith Smart is the hero.
Hey, this is Darren McFadden. You're listening to The Morning Rush.
Live from the Busch Light Studios.
You're causing a major disturbance on my time.
If I'm here and you're here, doesn't that make it our time?
On your favorite Arkansas sports talk station. Streaming live from hitthatline.com.
There's a lot of lions, tigers, and bears, but there ain't but one Razorback. Number one.
This is The Morning Rush. Borderline erotic. With Ty Richardson.
Sunshine. That's cool. I can dig it.
And Tommy Kraft.
Do I look happy? What's wrong?
Lloyd!
The Morning Rush starts right now.
Hour number 2, The Morning Rush, Recruiting Thursday. You got a new assistant basketball coach, Keith Smart, a name you probably should remember, 1987 national champion for the Indiana Hoosiers, and Bob Knight hits the shot over Jim Boeheim's Syracuse Orangemen. The shot you heard at the top of our open. The NFL schedule's out, and man, oh man, did we get lucky. Cowboys Chiefs right before the Hall of Fame Classic. The Arkansas basketball team is participating in Kansas City. It's also the Preakness this weekend. What would you name your horse if you had that money? A lot to get to in hour number 2, including Tom Murphy coming up in 7:20. But I do want to welcome in Michael this morning, who wants to talk about Sam Pittman. Michael, what's going on, buddy?
Hey, I'm probably going to call in about maybe once every 6 months. Well, I have a lot to get to, just 1 minute, I guess. Horse name, first of all. I'll get to Pittman in a minute. The Dream. I think that's obvious, being from Little Rock. But the Morning Rush, you got to get that. You got to get that. That was fun.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Tailgating. Go ahead.
That'd be a cool horse name, wouldn't
it? It definitely would. And tailgating, Little Rock. I mean, Oxford favorite Little Rock, though. We know Little Rock is
built different, Tommy.
Just one of the best. And also about Sam Pittman, one Razorback Roadshow is coming up next week, May 20th. If you guys are coming to Little Rock, Crocky's Ribs and Barbecue, Joe Klein, he's gonna have things rocking. So yeah, that's all I got. Wow, you guys are really have a lot going today. So much stuff. Love the Morning Rush, you guys.
Thanks, Michael.
Michael, thank you for listening.
We appreciate
it. Thank you for calling.
Yeah, one Razorback Roadshow that Michael's referring to kicks off next week. Let's see, Little Rock, Harrison, Morrilton, Jasper, Hot Springs.
Yeah, some of them coaches and staff are going to be at. Some of it's Tuska's making an appearance.
Just bringing the mask.
Some of the other places. So I know our listeners on ESPN 104.3 are excited about that coming up next week at the Durand Center. So yeah, going to be a big time. These one Razorback road shows are kind of designed to take the place of some of the Razorback Club events that the different counties and areas and cities have had their Razorback clubs. I think a lot of it's just an effort because the coaches can't speak at every event, everywhere, every year, every time. And, how do they kind of consolidate some of that? So this is a chance to interact directly with fans. So
I had a really good lunch yesterday with a longtime Razorback fan that had a personal connection with Frank Broyles. And one of the things that he told me was the bottom half of the state initially was closer tied, like South Arkansas was closer tied to Ole Miss because it's closer to Oxford and some of these, or closer to Baton Rouge, some of these other schools. And that was really one of the things that the late, great Frank Broyles started, was going around the state. And something that Chuck Barrett and I got into on Trusting the Process is back when the baseball network, Tommy, wasn't a thing, Chuck was going around all these small-time radio stations. He knew the GM, he knew the owner, he knew their wives, he knew their sisters. Like, it was just about building relationships, and that was what Frank did as well, is just expanding the Arkansas network, and that's why this program is not just a Northwest Arkansas corner program or a North Arkansas program. It's a statewide program because of guys like Frank Broyles, guys like Chuck Barrett, and a lot of other people that helped them along the way. And I know it just seemed like that this materialized and came out of nothing, but there was some work that went into it back in the day when it came to expanding the brand that you see today and as heavy as the Arkansas Razorbacks.
Yeah, and you're going back to also times where wasn't lights on the stadium in Fayetteville, where I-49 didn't exist. It was old 71. Television wasn't a thing every week. I mean, you could go on and on about all the things that have changed and how it has brought it together. And you mentioned Chuck. One of the phrases he's taken into some of the times when he speaks is, the tie that binds. That was something that goes back, and you heard, the Razorbacks are the tie that binds the whole state together. I've heard him say that many times, and that was something picked up on from the Coach Broyles era in his heyday. So it absolutely has been that. You mentioned the radio networks and the stations. It's one of the ways you reached every corner of the state. Still to this day, that's a true statement. And
we benefit from that, luckily, here on the Morning Rush and other sports radio programs in the state. I don't think sports radio in the state would be as prevalent and be as popular if not for the late, great Frank Broyles. So thanks, Frank. We appreciate not only all you did for the Arkansas Razorbacks, but what you did inadvertently for sports radio as well. Keith Smart, new assistant basketball coach, got a lot of NBA experience, Tommy. He's known Muss for about 30 years now, 22 years in the National Basketball Association. Heat, Grizzlies, Kings, Warriors, King. I've said that already. A bunch of different teams that he's been associated with either as an assistant coach or a head coach. And all this is you got more NBA experience on that staff. Muss, Mosier, Boykins, and now you had another dude, because this is a different game. This is not the Larry Bird, Magic Johnson era that you grew up watching. College basketball is about one thing and one thing only now, getting to the next level. Now, you may not like that, but I'll tell you what you like. You like the best basketball team you saw for the Arkansas Razorbacks in the last 25 years. One of the reasons you had that is because when Justin Smith, Jalen Tate, K.K. Robinson, Devo Davis, Jalen Williams, Moses Moody, keep it going. They're looking, hey, where am I going to transfer to? Where am I going to try and be a one-and-done? Or where am I going to be a two-and-done guy? They're looking around. In-state guys, it's a little easier to hone in on what's going on at Fayetteville. But, Tommy, one of those biggest reasons, that NBA experience, man. And that is never going to hurt you when it comes to talking about a high school or transfer recruit.
Because every coveted recruit at the Power 5 level believes there's just a shortstop in college and on their way to the NBA, and they're likely a lottery pick.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot. It's kind of like musical chairs. There's a whole lot more people going around and around, and when the music stops, not a seat for everyone. So what's your best bet to get one of those seats? It's having a staff that knows how to find you the seat. And Arkansas's got a staff that knows both sides of it. They got to prove it a little more. The draft's going to be important this year to build that recruiting resume, but no question that's a big part of building the staff. Keith Smart checks a lot of those boxes.
Yeah, you need Moses. You'd love to see Moses as a lottery pick. Mm-hmm. He's projected a lot of places at that. Will he end up it? We'll have to wait and see. What's that, June, July?
Like July 29th.
Okay, I always forget which one it is.
Hey, we're brought to you by Farm Credit. Did you know there's 11,000-plus Western Arkansas members that share more than $11 million in patronage cash? One of the bonuses, one of the reasons to being a member and a customer with Farm Credit. Patronage Cash is based on the prior year's profits for Farm Credit, and they share those back out because you're a member. That means you're in ways like an owner. So when the association has a good year, the members benefit from it. A typical rural home loan and Patronage Cash may equal as much as 1 month's mortgage payment. That kind of piques your interest and you want to know more. Stop in Farm Credit. For over the last 24 years in western Arkansas and our listing area, Arkansas, Farm Credit members have shared more than $140 million that they get back in Patronage Cash every year. Factor that in when you're thinking about your next loan with Farm Credit. That's Farm Credit with branches all over the Morning Rush listing area.
We'll talk to Tom Murphy coming up in just a sec. Also get into some other headlines. What's going on in the world of sports?
Find us on 99.5 and 1290 in Northwest Arkansas, 95.3 in Fort Smith in the River Valley, 96.3 in Hot Springs in Central Arkansas, 104.3 in Harrison and Mountain Home, 97.1 in Camden and South Arkansas, and everywhere on hitthatline.com.
This is Brett Good, former Razorback and Super Bowl champion with the Green Bay Packers. Everyone loves to be on a winning team. That is why I have joined Henderson Phillips Employer Solutions. Henderson Phillips can help you tackle all your employee benefit, health insurance, and staffing management solutions. Plus, I can help you with any commercial or personal insurance need. Come join my team at Henderson Phillips. Call me, Brett Good, at 479-651-2292. That's 651-2292.
Hi, I'm Bill Bolton of NWA Gold, Silver, and Coins. I started in this business in 1972 at an auction house that specialized in antique and estate jewelry, sterling silver, and coins. In that time, I've seen gold go from $35 an ounce to today's price of $1,683. I want to talk to you about the coins you may have inherited and how important it is to deal with someone who understands coins and this market. In 2011, we had a mother and daughter come into our store and sell us a lot of jewelry they no longer wore for $3,300. The daughter then pulled out an 1850 California $10 gold piece. Jeremy offered her $900 and she accepted his offer. He then advised her to have this coin graded. She did, and she sold it for $36,000. If you don't know what you have, please come see Jeremy in our Bentonville store. Don't sell at an auction or an estate sale and get less money. What's in your safety deposit box could be worth thousands. NWA Gold, Silver, and Coins, Bentonville, Fayetteville.
Harry Robinson Buick GMC wants to buy your vehicle, and they'll pay top dollar today. Pre-owned car values are at an all-time high, and your car is worth more today than it ever will be again. If you are driving a 2013 model or newer with 120,000 miles or less, bring it to Harry Robinson Buick GMC, and they will pay you more for your trade. Even if you don't want to buy a new car, they will still buy yours. Harry Robinson Buick GMC, exit 11 off of I-540 in Fort Smith.
These days we Google everything, but the practical advice about painting comes from the paint store in Van Buren. For 33 years we have worked with professionals as well as homeowners to share the best tips and techniques. Richards Paint, made in USA. Wooster Rollers, made in USA. Corona Brushes, made in USA. We want nothing more than to share our knowledge to help you achieve the best paint job. Friendly, expert, professional. The paint store in Van Buren.
Come one, come all for the new Under the Big Top menu at your locally owned TGI Fridays. It's food and fun for everyone with new circus-inspired items like the new Whiskey Glazed Donut Burger, the new famous Whiskey Glazed Skewer, and the new Cotton Candy Cosmo. The patio is open, so come by and enjoy the great happy hour specials at TGI Fridays in Fort Smith. You can order online for curbside pickup by calling 479-484-0906 or order online at Fridays.com. Your locally owned TGI Fridays at I-540 and Rogers in Fort Smith.
When was the last time you looked forward to seeing the dentist? Well, if it's been a while or you haven't had the best of experience with dentistry, meet Marcy Van Ash McKinney in Family Dentistry. They take care of it all: crowns, bonding, dentures, bleaching, and cosmetic dentistry. They even offer oral consciousness sedation available for your comfort. That's Marcy Van Ash McKinney Family Dentistry at 807 South 21st. Call for an appointment today, 494-7600. That's 494-7600.
Are you looking for a new place to call home? Whether you're looking for an apartment, duplex, townhome, or a house, Trinity Multifamily has you covered. They even have options in surrounding states, from Texas to Michigan and Kansas to Tennessee. If you're looking for a new place to call home, make Trinity Multifamily your first call at 479-452-1817. That's 479-452-1817. Or online at trinitymultifamily.com to search rental properties near you.
Whether it's a game day, a holiday, office function, or your family lunch or dinner, Whole Hog Cafe Fort Smith is ready to serve you their award-winning barbecue and sides. Dine in or call either of the Whole Hog Fort Smith locations, Borough Road or Phoenix Avenue, or go online to wholehogfortsmith.com and check out their buddy packs and party packs. Both Whole Hog locations are currently open 11 till 6, Tuesday through Saturday. Experience award-winning barbecue and sides at Whole Hog Cafe today.
My buddy said, man, you gotta call AshleyAir.com.
Spring has sprung and the summer heat will be here soon. Now is a great time to upgrade your air conditioning system. From now until the end of May, Carrier's Cool Cash rebates will save you up to $1,500 on a new heating and cooling system. Schedule your free estimate today at AshleyAir.com.
When your air conditioner breaks, you know who to call. There's only one choice. AshleyAir.com.
This is Bruce Stanton, Vice President and General Manager of Pradco Fishing in Fort Smith. If you're going to do some cold water bass fishing, you need to be using a Umbrella Flash Mob Jr. It's the best lure for duplicating a small school of shad and can be worked from the top of the water column to the bottom. Whether you're trying to win a bass tournament or whoop up on a bunch of white bass and stripers, the Umbrella Flash Mob Jr. will catch them. Available at Walmart, Bass Pro Shops Academy, LureNet.com, and tackle stores all over the place, the Umbrella Flash Mob Jr.
ESPN 95.3. The Morning Rush with Ty Richardson and Tommy Craig.
Rebound, Note! That's it! Arkansas is going to the Sweet 16!
Follow the show on Twitter at HitThatLineAR and on Facebook and Instagram at HitThatLine.
I want to tell you about a few things going on before we talk with Tom Murphy here on the Morning Rush. And once Tom's done, you're welcome to get in here at 877-377-6963. Curtis Wilkerson, Hog Sports, is going to make his Morning Rush debut coming up at 8 o'clock. RD is on vacation. He is in Vegas, and much needed. Those recruiting guys, Tommy, they never get any vacation.
He's probably working on vacation.
He probably is, man. Probably is.
Never get any rest. Hey, before we get to all that, I want to tell you about our friends at River City Bistro. Great place for lunch or dinner anytime, and then brunch on the weekends as well. Love going to River City because there's something for everyone. My kids find what they want. My wife finds what she wants, and there's all sorts of things from if you're hungry and want a ribeye steak, you're just craving that tonight, or something a little on the lighter side, whether it's salmon or one of their great salads. They've got one of those as well. I love stopping in for the half sandwich and soup, particularly on a day like we had a couple of days ago where it's kind of gray and cool and overcast. Nothing better than one of their made-from-scratch bowls of soup and maybe put a half BLT, or if it's that tomato basil, give me the grilled cheese to go along with that. But you can choose the BLT, the grilled cheese, the club, the chicken salad sandwich, the egg salad sandwich, and pair that, a half sandwich with a bowl of soup or a dinner salad anytime for $10. It's all at River City Bistro, 7320 Rogers Avenue. They're in the Stonewood Village Shopping Center, locally owned. You can also look at the menu and get delivery online at rcbistro.com.
Arkansas, Tennessee this weekend got something funny that they're doing that we'll get to coming up. Couple things for you. Xavier Kelly, former Razorback, former Clemson Tiger, he signed on the dotted line yesterday with the Baltimore Ravens. Cole Muin, who was signed his national letter of intent to play with the Arkansas Razorbacks, really tied to David Patrick. He's now going to Oklahoma to start his career with Coach Mosier and Coach Patrick. Not really a surprise. The Packers have signed Blake Bortles. Now, this has to be related to Aaron Rodgers, but according to Benjamin Albrecht, Tommy, this doesn't have anything to do with Aaron Rodgers. Your thoughts on that statement?
That is a bigger lie than you're going to Kansas City to see Grandma instead of the Chiefs-Cowboys game.
I told you I want to go to the
bigger lie than
Chiefs-Cowboys game with my grandma.
Mm-hmm.
That's the
that
exact
is,
wording
and that
I
may
used.
even be a bigger lie than the Blake Bortles
Exact
film.
wording I
Yeah.
used.
Yeah, I know. It may be the wording you use, but it's just not truthful wording. Neither is this situation with Bortles and the Packers.
What's falsified about that? Since you're putting me into the electric chair
Because we
this
all
morning.
know that Bortles signed to be an insurance policy
No,
for
but-
when it's not going to work out for Aaron Rodgers. And we all know that you just want to go to Kansas City and binge drink and probably sleep right through the football game.
I don't drink around my family. you can ask my father. I just avoid that at all costs. Drinking around family leads to just yelling and screaming. So I say drinking, heavy drinking. There's a big difference in that. According to the Higher American Institute of Learning, they put out the best tailgates in each state. No surprise, the Arkansas Razorbacks have the best tailgating in the state of Arkansas. What would be next? UCA? Your Wonder Boys?
Bentonville High School?
Arkansas State?
I don't know.
Hendricks? What would be the second best tailgating atmosphere in the state of Arkansas? Someone help me out here, because I have no idea what it is. I guess Duck Gumbo and Stuttgart?
Maybe.
I don't know. You want to help me out, SmackDown?
I don't know who to say.
I said Wonder Boys. I gave y'all an opportunity.
It's different than Fayetteville, but we could throw down for a tailgate.
See, I know a few Arkansas Tech graduates, and 2 of the 3 I know did not attend a single one of the football games. They would just go to Fayetteville. So I don't know. I've never been to a tailgate down there, but
it's different. I mean, it's D2 football.
Okay.
I mean, the interest level is different down there. But I mean, for the 4 years I've spent down there, the football games are always packed.
They're pretty fun.
Yeah, we always had a good time, but I never got to participate in anything because we were doing production and then
working. Yeah, I was working too, so I'm always working.
Free barbecue in the press box at Thone Stadium.
Nothing wrong with that. Auburn has it over Alabama. Any surprise there? Would you rather go to an Auburn tailgate or an Alabama tailgate?
Never been to either one. I mean, do I have to? I think I'd rather
go to Auburn.
I'd rather maybe go to Alabama State or something.
Want to go to an Oklahoma tailgate?
I've been to an Oklahoma tailgate once. It's been about 20 years ago, and it's pretty good. They had a lot going on. You could go up and, I mean, this was before you could even get a beer on campus, or even allowed to be on campus in Fayetteville. They just horse troughs. You just go up and $2 or whatever, buy you a beer. I mean, it was just, compared to at that time, Fayetteville's kind of loosened up a lot since then. But 20 years ago,
Fayetteville used to be a dry campus.
Well, I mean, you had to pour the beer in like a secret
Red
double
Solo
secret. Yeah,
cup.
exactly. Or they'd arrest you, haul you to jail.
Oh man, I did
And
see.
if it was on school grounds, absolutely not.
I did see.
You'd have a cup of deception.
Governor Greg Abbott at the state of Texas signed that bill that's going to allow Texas restaurants to sell liquor. And I don't know if it's liquor. I think it's just alcohol and beer to go. So I think it is liquor and beer. I know that's in Louisiana, Texas. Is that anywhere else? Bueller?
I don't know. I was reading this deal in the golf tournament.
Okay. All righty.
Sorry.
You're good. Last thing before we talk with Tom Murphy here on the Morning Rush. Tennessee is hosting a pig roast prior to Friday night's game against the Arkansas Razorbacks on the baseball diamond in Nelson Stadium.
Are they just asking for it, having a pig roast before Arkansas comes in?
All you have to do is
Or is that just what you do?
Watch the South Carolina game. Watch those idiotic South Carolina student section members chant Oompa Loompa at Robert Moore and then him pipe 2 home runs in one game and then just bat flipped and just stared down that student section. You don't poke the bear or the pig in this case. You don't poke the pig. The pig's going to get angry and go out and beat your you-know-what. Go ahead. I mean, Tony Vitale probably saw that. It's like, what are y'all doing? You don't do
I
this.
bet Dave would eat a good pulled pork sandwich before the game.
Yeah, I bet
he likes his barbecue.
Because what was the story? Was it
Big Tim?
So Big Tim, our buddy over at Bell Point Beverages, was I think Clay Henry might have been there for this tailgate as well. They got a big smoker out there before game day, and DVH pulls in his parking spot, kind of looks at him a little bit, starts walking towards the stadium, and then walks back the other direction. He's like,
I need a plate.
Didn't he say, do you think I could have one of those? They're just, absolutely, Coach. And I think that's a pretty cool story. 877-377-6963, the number to call or text in this morning as we welcome in our guy Tom Murphy to the Morning Rush. Tom, this Tennessee game this weekend, what makes Tony Vitello's squad a top 5 team in college baseball?
Well, they're really gritty, and I'm just starting to dive into them a little bit. But they've got this hitter named Liam Spence, and he's hitting 389. They've got 2 really good hitters, Spence and Jake Rucker, and then it drops down to 283 among their regulars. But Spence has got an on-base over 50%, and on-base plus slugging over 1,000. Rucker's hitting 342, 7 home runs. So they don't have the number of sluggers that Arkansas has. One dude has got more than 10 home runs, Evan Russell. He's hitting 244, but he's got 12 home runs, 35 RBI. So they don't have quite the number of sluggers Arkansas does, but I think they have tough outs up and down their lineup. Tony Vitello has taken, Dave Van Horn teachings, and I think he's a good defensive teacher as well, and he's recruited well. And lo and behold, 4 years later, after he leaves, you've got the 2 premier teams in the SEC. And Vanderbilt is up there, but this is for all first place in the conference. And they got a really good Friday night starter too, Chad Dallas, who's 8-1.
Wow!
So Wicklander versus Dallas should be a really good one to start the series.
You mentioned the pitching. I'm looking at some of the NCAA national stats, and one that stands out is based on balls and how many walks you've taken at the plate this year. Tennessee number 2 in the country at 274. Arkansas 3 games short of their total number of games. Right behind them at 3rd in the country at 271 free passes. Tom, these are going to be some patient hitters. They're going to challenge the home plate umpire and the starting pitching all weekend at the plate from both dugouts.
They really are. They're going to work the counts. And Georgia had so many walks, but their Friday night guy, Sullivan, really had a good outing. And then their relief pitcher, who won game 2 for him, Jaden Woods, I think he limited his walks to 1. So Georgia got its act together, and Arkansas didn't draw as many walks against them. But we know Arkansas's approach isn't going to change. Be patient. If you get a pitch early in the count that you can drive, get on it, and then otherwise lay off pitchers' pitches that are breaking out of the zone and such. So, yeah, it's funny to me how an umpire's strike zone impacts game to game. I think back to the Mississippi State series, some of the strike zones there. The Georgia one, there was some interesting one. LSU, Zach Gregory called out on one clearly out of the zone. And weirdly enough, in the Georgia game, too, after the umpires hit on the mask with that foul ball, the strike zone changes just a little bit. It varies from guys to guys, and you got to find out what it is and use it to your advantage.
We're talking about free passes and getting the walks. Both of these teams hit a lot of home runs too. We've all followed Arkansas's chase to be the number 1 home run hitting team in the country. They still trail Old Dominion, who's 2 ahead of them at 81. Arkansas at 79. But you don't have to look far down the list. You find Tennessee, and you'd expect that from a top 5 team in the rankings, a top 10 team in the RPI. Tennessee in 49 games has hit 65 dingers. So there's going to be some power in this game. So it sounds like feast or famine. Either you're going to get on with a walk or you're going to get a home run perhaps this weekend. I would imagine we'll see a couple of 3 between the 2 teams in each game.
I would think so. And Arkansas run hot and cold with its home runs. I mean, after that game against UAPB, and then there was a conference series around that where they hit a lot and they kind of drew their lead out on Old Dominion. But then the last 2 SEC series, LSU and Georgia, they did not hit as many, and that's why Old Dominion has passed them. But, yeah, Tennessee was 65 home runs. I mentioned the guy that's got 12, Evan Russell. But they've got 2 more guys with 9, Jordan Beck and Luke Lipsius. So, yep, a little power through the lineup. And I anticipate we're going to have some great games and probably some games that are in the 8-7 type range, things like that. And as I documented today, it's 15 series in a row for the Razorbacks, which is just phenomenal. Now, yeah, you're expected to beat Gonzaga and Southeast Missouri, Murray State knows. They went on the road and beat La Tech. They've already won 3 series against top 11 teams on the road this year: Mississippi State, Ole Miss, and South Carolina, and they're 7-2 in those series. So they know what it's like. Tennessee's opening this thing up to 100% attendance, and it's going to be rowdy and rowdy, just like it was at Mississippi State and Ole Miss and South Carolina, and the Razorbacks are used to dealing with that. So I don't think they'll be rattled or anything like that. They know what it takes to win on the road.
Tom, it's also going to be rowdy in Bud Walton Arena this upcoming winter and next year. And the addition of Keith Smart yesterday, I know it was rumored a little bit. There was some speculation. It finally got nailed down. What is the former Indiana guard and NBA head coach going to bring to this Arkansas Razorback basketball program?
Yeah, instant credibility. And Eric Musselman was effusive in saying that the players are going to love him. We'll see how that works out. But I have to give Keith Smart a personal nod and recognition. I was in a small pool with my friends around La Tech at the time, and just had a small little bracket pool, and I needed Indiana to win it. And Keith Smart's jumper that beat Syracuse for the championship that year, it was the 87 tournament, I think, personally was very beneficial to me in a small change kind of a way. So thanks a lot, Keith Smart.
And 1987 national championship is what Tom's referring to, the shot over the Syracuse Orangemen and Jim Boeheim. What a shot it was. It's one of the best. I'd probably give the who's a Wittenberg? Was it Lorenzo Charles that dunked it at the end?
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I thought. Tom, other news that came out yesterday outside of the Keith Smart, let's touch on the NFL stuff. A lot of big games. I know a lot of our listeners are really excited about the Cowboys-Chiefs games. What did you think about your Atlanta Falcons schedule, and what did you think about what the Atlanta Journal-Constitution said about how excited they are for Felipe Franks down there?
Well, very excited, happy about that, and I hope the Journal's on to something. They had a little mess up too with the Colt Brennan passing with their headline on that and took some heat. But I don't know, guys. The Falcons are going to have to prove it to me. I mean, I'll always be on board, but there's different levels of being a fan. I'm going to watch or listen to every game for that 3 hours. I'm glued to it, and I'm just going to kind of be aware of the game. I'm usually pretty busy on Sundays. But if the Falcons are doing great, I'll pay attention to the whole deal. But they're going to have to prove it to me. We slipped off since the Super Bowl team choked away the Super Bowl against the Patriots that year. You don't ever get over something like that. It's just painful and it's a bad memory for the rest of your life. But they're going to have to prove it to me. I don't think that we've necessarily done a great job in drafting in recent years, but I do like the addition of Kyle Pitts. I think we should be a very explosive offense, but we got to stop people. So, hey, look, the Bucks in our division are really tough, and credit to the Saints. They've done a great job, and I think the Panthers are going to keep getting better. So it's a tough division, and we'll see what the Falcons can do with that.
Hey, before we go, I know you've been following a lot of the other sports around campus. The softball team takes on Tennessee down in Tuscaloosa in the SEC tournament. That's game scheduled for 4 o'clock on the SEC Network. I know that Coach Deifel's program has gained a lot of fan base, a lot of support. The march in the postseason today begins. Tom, give us a few thoughts on this game. I know you've followed Courtney's program pretty close here as of late.
Yeah, they're doing great, and what a wonderful deal that Courtney's Coach of the Year. Just a phenomenal turn for them to. SEC softball is pretty cream of the crop. I know the Pac-12 plays great softball too, but the SEC programs have all invested in that in recent years, and it is tough. I was at Alabama when Patrick Murphy got it together, and they've won national championships. So it can be done out of this conference, and I think Arkansas has the pieces to get it done. They've got to pitch well in the big game, but no reason for Arkansas softball to back down from anybody. They should get a home regional and super regional. They could wind up in Oklahoma City, which would be great. Here we are. We're entering the postseason. But on a bad note, Arkansas women's golf went from second place and fell out of the cut to make the NCAA championships yesterday. Just a tough day to score, and they lost in a one-hole playoff to South Carolina, which was a bit of a reversal from SEC championships a few years ago when Arkansas outdueled the Gamecocks in the final and won their SEC title. So it's been a great season all around campus, and now it's time to go out and get the trophies.
Tom, appreciate your time as always, buddy. We'll talk on Monday, recap the SEC softball tournament, the Tennessee series, and a whole lot more on Monday, buddy.
Yeah, that'll be outstanding. See y'all.
All right, thanks, Tom. Tom Murphy with us here on the Morning Rush. We're brought to you by Art's Barbecue and Burgers, Rogers Avenue, next to Buddy's in Fort Smith. Some new items on the menu. We've been telling you about the smoked Philly beef sandwich. I want to remind you about Catfish Friday coming up tomorrow. But, Ty, they got some new combo plates that you need to try out at Art's. Ribs and brisket, and they're making a whole lot of new combos that are on the menu as well. Paired up with some of their homemade sides. You're going to love what you get at Art's, and you've been asking for it. So, hey, I want a couple of ribs, and I want some pulled pork with that, or I want some of your great brisket. Some new combo options now on the menu at Art's. And I mentioned catfish. That could be one of your combos. All-you-can-eat catfish on Fridays. That's the evening special. It's the lunch special. Is the small catch and the large catch at lunch. You can check that out at Art's Barbecue for some great catfish as well every Friday, or every Friday's Catfish Friday. And don't forget that smoked Philly beef sandwich we've been telling you about as well. Try the new combo choices at Art's Barbecue, Rogers Avenue, next to Buddy's in Fort Smith.
Preakness is this weekend. You got an extra $100,000 lying around. You get to buy a racehorse. What are you going to name it? After maybe a special someone, maybe a special neighbor of the year. Austin Ozark said he's going to name it the Dirty Beaver. That's his.
Were you the inspiration?
I guess I was the inspiration for that. You know, you'd be surprised the occasional Morning Rush listener that asks me about Wild Beaver Saloon in Indianapolis, Indiana. No, there's one in Nashville too.
You're probably on the Hall of Fame up there.
Place of lore.
Probably so. If Arkansas plays in the first and second round, gonna have to go back. I think at some point this next year, because that is a destination shot. Jake out of Marshall says he would name his Derby horse Sofa King.
And why is that?
I don't know, Jake and Marshall.
Yeah.
He didn't expand on that at all. All right, here are a couple ones that I kind of conjured up, and y'all tell me if you like this or not.
So this came out of your imagination.
Yes, and a Google search.
Okay, fair enough.
Pegasus. I love the movie Hercules growing up.
One.
Yeah.
His Pegasus work. I think that's majestic. And it just fits. It fits me. It fits the brand. It fits everything. Flight Risk. It's another one.
You're a flight risk.
Yeah, to a certain extent. Flying to NOLA in a couple weeks. No regrets.
No regrets going to New Orleans, or no regrets for the name of the horse?
Name of the horse.
Name of the horse.
Or no regrets going to New Orleans either.
Try this one on. Touchdown Arkansas.
Touchdown Arkansas. That would work. Touchdown Arkansas this, touchdown
that could be a 50-1 morning line horse. By the time it got to the starting gate at Oaklawn, if you named a horse Touchdown Arkansas,
9-3.
it'd be better than even money. So, 5-2 or something. So,
I'm trying to think of another like Arkansas themed one. Like if you did
Jay in Cave Springs says Skippity Pap.
All right. It's going to make it hard on the announcer, huh?
Austin Ozark said he'd name one Foul Pole just for Phil.
That's great.
I like that
fantastic.
One. While the Iron's Hot. It's a little long.
That's I don't know. That's probably too many syllables or words to qualify.
Down and Dirty.
That
work?
That'd probably work for you, out of your stable, yes.
Yeah.
Oh, no. I already see what.
Whiskey on Fire.
That kind of rolls off the tongue. I get with that. Yeah.
Anything Goes.
That's pretty much you, yeah.
Okay. Built Different.
That's not you.
No.
That'd be another lie.
I'll have another.
That's definitely you.
That's definitely a tie.
I like that one. That might be the winner. We'll come back to the conversation.
Natty Light.
What would
There's
you name?
your name.
Yeah.
Natty Light.
Natty Light coming down the back stretch.
I've got a few of those in my mini fridge for this weekend.
Natty Light cracking it open.
Crack it open. There you go. There's the name. Hey, we were cracking a few open at Gaston's last week, and Clint had the time. Clint Gaston had the time to come visit with us, and it was great to catch up and see him. One of the things he was letting us know, and I'll remind you of out there, if you're looking for work and you live in Baxter or Marion County area and you'd like to be part of the team at Gaston's, they're looking to add to their team just like many businesses are right now. They need help in a lot of different areas there at Gaston's and looking to add people in the restaurant, housekeeping staff, grounds and maintenance staff, all sorts of areas. So if you're interested, 870-431-5202 to talk about joining the team and be a part of the team at Gaston's White River Resort. Gaston's, a first-class time every time.
Find us on 99.5 and 1290 in Northwest Arkansas, 95.3 in Fort Smith and the River Valley, 96.3 in Hot Springs and Central Arkansas, 104.3 in Harrison and Mountain Home, 97.1 in Camden and South Arkansas, and everywhere on hitthatline.com.
Hi, it's Jan from Toyota. Summer's finally here, and with a great deal on a new Camry, RAV4, Highlander, Tacoma, and more, you can celebrate all of your favorite summer holidays, like Memorial Day, Cinco de Mayo, Independence Day, Father's Day.
You're doing great, Jan.
Thanks, Dad. Love you. International Pizza Party Day. Pepperoni, please. And by pepperoni, I mean Hawaiian. Let's keep this between us, though. I have relatives in Boston. I'll take another slice of pepperoni, please. But hold the pepperoni. Let's go ahead and add ham and pineapple. Thanks.
Toyota, let's go places. Get $750 customer cash, or qualified lessees can lease a 2021 Highlander L for $309 a month for 36 months with $29.99 due at signing. Visit buyatoyota.com for details. Offers available in select states and N6-121.
Tommy Kraft here. When it came time for new gates and some fence repairs at my home, the Fence Man was my first call. The Fence Man does it all, from large commercial jobs to small residential repairs. Wood privacy fence, vinyl fence, commercial or residential chain link, even custom wrought iron fencing. 479-782-3936. 18 months, same as cash financing with approved credit is now available. If it involves fencing, the Fence Man does it. The Fence Man. He ain't afraid of no work. 479-782-3936.
Come one, come all for the new Under the Big Top menu at your locally owned TGI Fridays. It's food and fun for everyone with new circus-inspired items like the new Whiskey Glazed Donut Burger, the new famous Whiskey Glazed Skewer, and the new Cotton Candy Cosmo. The patio is open, so come by and enjoy the great happy hour specials at TGI Fridays in Fort Smith. You can order online for curbside pickup by calling 479-484-0906 or order online at Fridays.com. Your locally owned TGI Fridays at I-540 and Rogers in Fort Smith.
Did you know that you can get your car serviced or repaired without ever leaving your house? All you have to do is call Jody's Auto Service Center at 479-649-3399. Jody's will pick up your vehicle, service or repair it for you, and return it fully disinfected to your driveway. Pickup and delivery is free for jobs $75 or more. Jobs less than $75 can be picked up and returned for a $10 fee. Let Jody's Auto Service Centers handle all your service and vehicle repair needs. Call 479-649-3399. Jody's Auto Service Center.
Have your travel plans changed? Looking for a place that's close to home and keep your family safe? Gaston's White River Resort is located on the beautiful White River. They offer private accommodations in their lodges and cabins. Most cabins have a fully equipped kitchen or let their restaurant staff deliver to your cabin. Call 870-431-5202 and change your plans to Gaston's White River Resort. Gaston's White River Resort, a first-class time every time.
Game Time Energy, lifetime experience. Learn more about Buffalo Wild Wings and why it's a great place to work. Apply today at work4wings.com. You'll be working with the hottest brand around and having tons of fun doing it. Welcome to the big time.
Join the winning team at Buffalo Wild Wings. We are hiring. Apply now at work4wings.com. Competitive pay, team member discounts, flexible schedule, insurance options, incentive contests, and much more. Work where every day is game day. Roar!
They say, trust the process. But if enjoyment isn't part of that process, don't trust the process. Michelob Ultra, superior light beer. Enjoy responsibly. AB Michelob Ultra Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
New Bud Light Seltzer?
Yep.
A hard seltzer with a hint of fruit flavor.
Yep.
Can I try one?
Yep.
That tastes great.
Told ya.
Bud Light Seltzer, unquestionably good. Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Seltzer, IRC Beers, beer in Texas, St. Louis, Missouri.
Frankroll Furniture is your Made in the USA headquarters. We carry as many Made in the USA products as we can, including Jackson and Catnapper sofas and Love, Speed Queen washers and dryers, and Serenity mattresses. This month, we are offering special pricing on cash and finance. We are family owned, offer in-store no credit check financing, and service after the sale. Deals on cash and credit. In-store no credit check financing is available. Frankroll Furniture, 405 4th Street, Barling, Arkansas. Best seats in the house.
Hi, I'm Kelly Smith, owner of Dixie Digital Imaging. Would printing from your phone or tablet make your life easier? Are you emailing files to yourself so that you can print them from your desktop or laptop? The Xerox VersaLink and AltaLink lines of network printers and multifunction printers will natively print using your phone's built-in capabilities. Apple AirPrint and Google Cloud Printing just work. To order yours today, give us a call at 783-6600 or visit dixiedigital.com. Dixie Digital Imaging, bringing document innovations to the River Valley.
Could you see yourself as a barbecue pitmaster? Blue Ember Smokehouse is now open and looking for people to join their team. Pitmasters, meat cutters, cashiers, prep cooks, and dishwashers. Stop by Monday through Friday from 8:30 to 4:30 at 8000 Phoenix Avenue in Fort Smith. Blue Ember Smokehouse is locally owned and operated. For questions, call them at 479-551-2999 or email them at blueember01@gmail.com. Blue Ember Smokehouse. Fresh, prime, smoked.
ESPN 95.3.
Good morning to the Morning Rush, everybody.
And the pitch is hit high in the air, twisting into right center, hit very well, got a chance, and it's out of here. And Christian Franklin has homered for his third consecutive game.
Streaming live at hitthatline.com.
Got a question in this morning from Rick in Clarksville asking if Coach Smart was going to be joining us. Coach Smart is currently still in California, so he will not be joining us this morning.
Couldn't we get him right off the top at 6? It'd only be 4 a.m. out there. Come on.
So
is that too much to ask?
Just a
Get
little.
up at 3:30 to be on the show.
That sounds awful. So someone that has to wake up at 4:15 every morning, I don't wish that on anyone else.
If we had him on at 8, it would be 6 there. Yeah, we'll wait till he gets in our time zone, I guess.
So at some point we will connect up with Coach Smart because I know a lot of you are really interested to hear why he accepted the job and why he decided to become the assistant coach for the Arkansas Razorbacks.
Sounds like a smart move.
Mm-hmm. We're brought to you this morning by Razorback Camper Sales. Like not coming on the show?
Just continue.
Think about what he just said.
Yeah.
See if the wheels are turned like they are with the RVs at Razorback Camper Sales.
What, Tom? Okay, repeat what you just said.
I said it sounds like a smart move.
Oh.
How tight is your hat this morning? Good Lord.
So
I thought that was a softball.
That's what I thought.
Underhand pitch.
Yeah.
Took a while this morning. By the way, in the email that we got yesterday about business casual to the salesman, I can just tell you right now, I'm wearing my dad's sandals, my khaki shorts,
that did not apply
and a
to
Hawaii
you.
shirt. So it never applies to me. I'm in my own. There's the rules, and then I just have guidelines. There's a big difference when all that. But I'm just letting
you see what you've let get out of control here.
I think they're more like guardrails than guidelines.
So just to know, everyone else is going to be
coming around that curve on I-49. They're just guardrails out there for him.
We're going to be looking nice at our meeting. You're going to be dressed nice. Everyone else is going to be dressed nice. And there's me walking in with my dad's sandals, my khaki shorts, and my Hawaiian shirt. I'm just letting you know that's what I'm wearing tomorrow.
Or you could just listen to what your boss says.
Did you hear what he just said? That doesn't apply to you.
Or
that's what I just heard. That doesn't
I was
apply
going
to me.
the other way with that.
That doesn't apply to me, apparently.
Suit and tie for you.
No. You don't want to see me in a suit and tie.
I don't think anybody wants to see you in dad's sandals either.
Sounds like a smart move.
Need to get a pedicure. So I should have gotten one.
Well, you went ADD on me. I don't know what you started out reading something. What were we doing?
Well, I was going to tell you, and I'll now tell you now about our friends at Razorback Camper Sales in Hot Springs.
They are the smart move.
Yeah, they are the smart move. You can always check them out online, razorbackcampersales.com. The oldest family-owned RV dealer in Arkansas for 50-plus years. They have the best parts and service department in the state and a huge selection of travel trailers, fifth wheels, and pop-ups. They also offer full prep and setup at no extra cost. Again, Razorback Camper Sales in Hot Springs or online at razorbackcampersales.com. Skylar texted, he says, Alice went down a rabbit hole and Ty opened up a can of worms by trying to combine the two.
The most ADD show on the air. This is the Morning Rush.
I probably should have been prescribed with ADD medicine.
It's not too late.
Back in the day. I know, because then doesn't it make you not hungry? Like when you take Adderall or Vyvanse,
maybe I need it then.
I always want to be hungry. Yeah. So I say that. We'll see what happens. Let's see what I'm saying in 10 or so years. But I'll tell you what I am hungry for, the NFL season. That was released yesterday, last night, 7 o'clock on ESPN. And there's a lot of games you can look at. We got the Trevor Lawrence, Zach Wilson. I almost said Justin Fields because I'm so used to comparing those two. That matchup's in Week 16. Week 4, TB, Tom Brady going back to Foxborough.
That's huge. We were talking about that yesterday.
Sunday night. That's going to be awesome. Cowboys, Bucks opening up.
Yep.
Thursday night football. That's going to be
Cowboys by 21.
One. But here's
probably so.
Here's the deal. The Cowboys Chiefs synced up as I wish. Roger Goodell heard my cry yesterday on the Morning Rush. Please, please, please allow it to be the same weekend right before the Hall of Fame Classic, which the Arkansas basketball team will be in. So now you're going to have to respond to James and Charleston's text because he says, I'll visit my weekend after the Missouri game, and the Cowboys are going to be 3-8, but still tied for first in the NFC East.
Hey, we're still playoff bound, James. Are still heading to the playoffs, brother.
At 3-8.
Hey, you can get there however you can.
Is the NFC East playoff team going to have another losing record? Because they had one last year, right? The Redskins had a losing. The Washington football team. Don't get canceled.
You're right. Yeah.
Did they had you said 7-9?
They were 7-9 or 6-10. I think they were 7-9 or 7-9.
So,
but yes, there was a losing record. Yes.
So now there's 17 games. So my question is the winner of the NFC East, are they going to be 7-10 or are they going to be 8-9? Tommy, do you think the winner of the NFC East is going to be 7-10 or are they going to be 8-9 this year? Because they're not going to have a winning record because that division is trash, particularly the Dallas Cowboys. But are they going to have a 7-10 or 8-9 record this year?
A 7-10.
7-10. What say you?
Washington was 7-9.
Are you asking about the winner of the NFC or what I think
the
the Cowboys
winner
will do?
of the NFC East? They're going to have a losing record because it's the NFC East. But will they have a 7-10 record?
I don't know if it's that set in stone yet.
Or an 8-9 record?
It's just like the SEC West. They just beat each other up in the NFC East.
Don't say that.
It's just you got to survive the attrition in that league. You know?
I know part of me wants to I would lean towards 8-9. I would go there.
Sad discussion this is.
You know,
well, the only reason I say that is because we might have talked about this off the air already. The Eagles, I think the Eagles will be the best shot to win. Them or the Cowboys.
With Jalen Hurts as their quarterback, and
they just got Devontae Smith.
Okay.
Only thing I'm saying is, if Dak is healthy, which by all signs are pointing that he is.
Well, the Cowboys should be the favorite.
Cowboys will definitely be the favorite.
No arguments here.
I mean, they're going to win it, though.
Listen, the best thing...
Help me out, Tommy.
Well, I'm just saying, history's not on your side, brother.
The best thing about the Dallas Cowboys...
is Post Malone.
Was the Post Malone Jerry Jones video. That will be the best part of the Dallas Cowboys season.
That should be played every pregame.
It was a banger. Jerry is very buttoned up, business-like, and listen, he's got, as we mentioned earlier this week, with Forbes coming out, $5.7 billion is what the Dallas Cowboys are worth. Jerry knows what he's doing in the finance sector. He doesn't, I mean, you see him suit, you see him you see him drinking, Johnny Walker Blue, whatever it is. It's the nice stuff. You rarely see him kind of let himself go. Well, he let himself go in that video.
Did.
And it is that's the best Jerry Jones skit I've ever seen in my entire life.
And he's aging a little bit.
Yeah.
You start to, the tires are, the tread's wearing thin there a little bit.
But the best part of this NFL schedule was, of course, the Dallas Cowboys and the Kansas City Chiefs. Now, David in South Arkansas, our residential Kansas City Chiefs fan, is already trying to help me get a ticket for my grandmother and myself so we can go that weekend.
And you can only find one. Does Grandma get to go, or are you going?
I'll let her decide.
Yeah.
I'll let her decide. And if it's her birthday present, if she wants an early or late birthday present, depending on what that
Why do you want to
is.
go so bad? If you want to take your grandma, I mean, just take her to a concert or something. You don't even care about the Chiefs or the Cowboys.
She's a big Chiefs fan, and
No,
she's
I'm
also
talking
a
about
big,
you.
She's also a big Razorback fan. Well, I'm a fan of whatever my grandma wants. SmackDown, as a family man, you should know that. You're like the biggest family man in the room.
That
You
go
know
right.
that. We put family above everything, so I would sacrifice whatever I had to that
See, I
weekend
know my family's
and
birthdays.
go to the Dallas Cowboys, Kansas City Chiefs, and the Hall of Fame Classic in Kansas City. You know what? Also, I'd eat some burnt-ins. I'd just sacrifice and eat some of those down there as well.
When's Grandma's birthday again?
Oh, man, we're coming up at the end of the hour. Man, that's
we
a
can-
true
we
shame.
can push the break here.
Oh,
We can't
family
do it.
man.
All right, Curtis Wilkerson, Hog Sports, joins us next on the Morning Rush.
The first thing people notice when they drive up to your home or walk in any room of your house is the color. And if you're looking for the perfect color and the perfect paint, you'll find it at the Paint Store in Van Buren. Hi, Tommy Kraft here. The Paint Store in Van Buren gives you hometown service from people who know what they're talking about. You don't have to chase them down to get help at the Paint Store. They're always there to help you get that perfect color and that perfect match for your project. If you're looking for the perfect paint color, it's at the Paint Store, 1414 Fayetteville Road in Van Buren. Cash and carry savings during the month of May at Burton Pools and Spas in Springdale and in Fort Smith. Above ground pools start at just $19.99. Check out the semi-in-ground pools starting at $99.97. Plus special savings on chemical packages to get your pool off to the right start this summer. Cash and carry savings all month long at Burton Pools and Spas in Springdale and in Fort Smith, and always online at burtonpools.com. Burton Pools and Spas, your source for backyard fun.
Whether you're fishing for coldwater bass on Beaver Lake or Table Rock, or fishing for a trophy brown trout on the Mighty White River, the Smithwick Original Suspending Rattling Rogue will catch them. It has that famous rolling action whether it's fished extremely slow or worked fast in heavy current. This rogue suspends, so it will stay in the strike zone longer, allowing you to catch more fish. Available at Walmart, Bass Pro Shops, Academy, LureNet.com, and tackle stores all over the place. The Smithwick Original Suspending Rattling Rogue.
Standard Materials Group has immediate openings for ready-mix drivers in the Northwest Arkansas area. If you have a CDL license without an automatic restriction and want to be home every night, want to work with a company that offers great pay, benefits, and a great team environment with growth opportunities, apply today at jobs.crh.com. Again, that's jobs.crh.com. Standard Materials Group is an equal opportunity employer.
For a dependable, fuel-efficient tractor from a company committed to the future, choose a Branson tractor. Each of our tractors is backed by a 6-year limited warranty with models available ranging in horsepower from 22 to 58. You are sure to find the tractor that is right for you. Make sure you call or stop in today at the new location for Bush Tractor at 6100 South 0 Street in Fort Smith. Again, that is 6100 South 0 Street in Fort Smith. Or you can check them out online at bushtractor.com.
Ramos Roofing is a local roofing company and have over 25 years of experience in the Oklahoma area. Are you looking for a residential or commercial roofing need? Ramos Roofing is the business you can trust, offering discounts for senior citizens, law enforcement, and healthcare workers. Ramos Roofing can help you with your insurance claim. Ramos Roofing, working with you to build a better home. Call 479-420-9903. That's 479-420-9903 for Ramos Roofing.
Hi, folks. Larry Rath here for Rath Auto Resources, where it's trading time. I really need to keep my lot stocked, so all this month, I'm giving up to $3,100 extra for your trade. Even if you still owe money on your car, up to $3,100 extra goes a long way to help you get into a nicer, newer car today. Call, go online, or come by and choose from a great selection of Rath Road-ready cars, trucks, and SUVs. Each one hand-picked and inspected in our Meineke Car Care Center. Plus, our For the People credit approval process works with the country's best banks and lenders to make sure you drive off with a payment you can afford. If you're keeping the car you have, let us take care of it for you in our Meineke Car Care Center with free AC performance checks, half-off brakes, and buy 3, get 1 free on all tires. Better yet, trade it in for something nicer and newer today and get up to $3,100 extra on trade. During trading time at Arkansas's favorite used car dealer, Rath Auto Resources, and the Meineke Car Care Center, 4515 Towson Avenue, Fort Smith, or online, rathauto.com.
Requires bank approval. Negative equity may be refinanced. Offer absolutely ends by May 31st, 2021.
Farm Credit has been a trusted friend for over 100 years. They are ag financing experts. So whether you're a longtime farmer, new to farming, or buying your dream home or land in the country, their experienced staff has a plan to fit your goals, needs, and your bottom line. From farms to land, livestock, equipment, and more, Farm Credit finances it all. Learn more at myaglender.com. Farm Credit is an equal opportunity lender.
Riley Farm Dental at the entrance to Riley Farms provides every type of dental care and procedures for you and your family. From general dentistry, braces, implants, and cosmetics, Dr. Bo Sparkman and Dr. Brogan give all of their patients better lives with a better smile, more confidence, and a comfortable experience every time. Riley Farm Dental, 5901 Riley Park Drive, Suite A, at the entrance to Riley Farms. Call 226-3500 for an appointment or visit RileyFarmDental.com.
Loading the kids in the car, brokering peace in the back seat, mastering the snack handoff without even looking. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with auto owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. We work with independent agents who keep insurance simple, so you can worry about more important things, like figuring out what's growing in that cup holder. That's simple human sense.
Call Kohler and Green Insurance today in Fort Smith at 484-9888 and Kohler and Green Insurance in Van Buren at 474-9888.
ESPN Arkansas weather.
Sunshine today, our high this afternoon, upper 60s to lower 70s. I think tonight we're going to end up with a clear sky and overnight low in the low to mid 40s. Friday, back to sunshine, our high in the low to mid 70s. And then there is a slight chance of seeing a shower or storm across the north on Saturday, highs in the 70s. I'm Sally Russell with your forecast on ESPN Arkansas.
All your favorite podcasts in one place. The Hit That Line Podcast Network. Just search Hit That Line wherever you listen to podcasts. Brought to you by Breeden RV Center. You're listening to The Morning Rush live from the Busch Light Studios on ESPN 95.3 KERX Paris Fort Smith. This hour of The Morning Rush is brought to you by the Smithwick Original Suspending Rattlin' Rogue. Available at Walmart, Bass Pro Shops, Academy, LureNet.com, and tackle stores all over the place.
Smart takes the shot, and the Hoosiers with 3 seconds go ahead. Has moved the Hoosiers to within 1 second of a national championship. Indiana wins the championship. Keith Smart is the hero.
Hey, this is Darren McFadden, and you're listening to The Morning Rush.
Live from the Busch Light Studios.
You're causing a major disturbance on my time.
If I'm here and you're here, doesn't that make it our time?
On your favorite Arkansas sports talk station. Streaming live from
HitThatLine.com.
There's a lot of lions, tigers, and bears, but there ain't but one Razorback. Number one.
This is The Morning Rush. Borderline erotic. With Ty Richardson.
Okay. That's cool. I can dig it.
And Tommy Kraft.
Do I look happy? What's wrong?
Lloyd! The Morning Rush starts right now.
It's hour number 3 of The Morning Rush on a Recruiting Thursday. You know, the thing about Dallas Cowboy fans is typically they're kind of soft. They're very offended.
Pot stirring already.
About their team when you just simply point out that you haven't had any success in the 90s. Now,
they finished third in the division last year. What are you talking about? Tied for second.
We won the Super Bowl in the 90s.
Technically, tied for second.
He didn't just win one, won a couple.
I know.
So the thing about Dallas, because all my buddies are from Dallas. Yeah. All my buddies live in Dallas. They're a big Dallas Cowboys fan. And we live in a state that's basically 2 teams in the NFL. It's Chiefs and Cowboys. And apparently I've irked some people this morning. And you know what? I appreciate Leonard from Fort.
Yes, sir.
Gotta hear Jimmy. See, those were the good old days. It's been a long time since then. Leonard,
handle my light work, buddy.
Apparently I can't talk about a team that hasn't had any playoff success since the 19. Now, why can't I disparage the Dallas Cowboys on this program, man?
Now listen here. Listen here, guys. I just sit here and listen. You're a nice guy. You're a nice guy.
Thank
and
you.
don't get me wrong.
That's a stretch.
They might not have no success, but it ain't because of the players. You know, Jerry Jones, like I said, he's a bonehead sometimes. But you get on there bashing him over and over. I tell you what, you go ahead and bash him. But now, at some point, you're going to have to put up or shut up. So what I'm saying, you saying they ain't going to do it. I'll tell you what, they got 17 games. I guarantee you they're going to do 10 and 7 or better. If they don't, you can call my personal number anytime, and I will personally eat a plate of crow that you can serve over there. But if they do go 10 and 7 or better, I'm going to call you, and you're going to have a big plate to eat every time I call.
You know,
now, are you still wanting to talk?
Yeah, Leonard, you know what? I appreciate your vigor. I appreciate your passion for a mediocre record. I mean, 10 and 7, is that what you in 2021 as a Dallas Cowboys is a Dallas Cowboys fan?
I win 3 games more.
That's what you're aspiring to? Is 10 and 7? I thought this was a franchise that was built on Super Bowls. Emmitt Smith, Troy Aikman, Jerry. I thought y'all cared more about Super Bowls.
Ty, that record's better than your fantasy team.
10 and 7. 10 and 7?
Let me show you where you just ate some crow at. You was on this there talking all that smack about they won't even, the winner's going to be 3 and 16 and all this crazy crap. Now I'm telling you 10 and 7. I'm 3 games over the 500 mark, and you even crow already. Ain't even took the bet.
You know what, Leonard? If you want to take that bet, I'll be more than happy to. So you're telling me now,
and I'm a man of my word.
Okay.
If they don't go 10 and 7 or better, I will give you my personal cell number, and you can call me. And I'll eat crow anytime you want. But if they go 10 and 7 or better, when I call, you better have your napkins ready and your forks clean.
I'll take my beating. Go ahead.
And on top of that, you can have a catchphrase that for me to say anytime. But when I call, all I want you to say is, "How about them Cowboys?"
Yeah!
That's all I want to hear. I don't want to hear nothing else come out your mouth.
Okay. All right, so let's just reassess the bet.
Go ahead.
All right, so I made a couple comments earlier that I think the winner of the NFC least will either be 7 and 10 or 8 and 9 in a joking manner. But I think the Cowboys, if Dak's healthy, we saw the potent offense they have this year. Like you said, they could go 10 and 7 or better. And I guess in 2021, Dallas Cowboys fans have they just have lowered their expectations. And man, if we just make the playoffs, that's a good season for us. You know what? Throw out all the success we used to have in the 90s. Throw out the greats like Troy Aikman and Emmitt Smith, Michael Irvin and company. Let's just aspire to being a mediocre football team in 2021.
You're breaking my heart. Did you hear what you just said?
What did I just say?
You said, despite all the success we had, ain't no we. You ain't a part of this.
Yeah!
You're not a part of this. You're not a Cowboy fan. You can never be a Cowboy fan, man. Don't even try that. You never was, never will be.
Never will be.
Hey, matter of fact, if you come in the stadium, they probably going to put handcuffs on you.
Well, listen, I've had plenty of Cowboy Ritas and Razorback Bud Lights and Lord knows who else inside of Jerry World. It's
okay, well, you're a good guy, but like I said, you can't say we until you fix your conversation.
Very, very fair.
All right.
Leonard, this is the best call that we've had in probably a year. So
God bless you, Leonard.
And Jenkins, I'll have our residential Cowboys fan of the program, Mr. Matt Jenkins, Mr. Smackdown, hold my feet to the fire and make sure that I fulfill my end of the bargain. Does that sound fair to you?
I know he will. I heard him talking. He was taking care of us. I know he will.
It's me and you, brother. We got this.
We got this. You wait. Dak's going to come back and he's going to set it on fire.
Yes!
And I'm going to tell you right now, you forget, we didn't have a quarterback, offensive line beat down, and we still fighting for a playoff spot with nothing? I tell you what, you wait till Quinn finish with that defense. We're going to see what's happening.
Let's hope so.
I'm ready to rock and roll.
Leonard, my roommate, who is a diehard Dallas Cowboys fan, that's the only thing on our television screen on Sunday, said, put your money where your mouth is, you coward.
You guys have a good one.
Appreciate it, Leonard.
Best call we've had.
Great call,
Listen, probably one of the best pieces of advice I've heard from Chuck Barrett as we're going to be talking. We're going to switch it up and talk a little basketball with Curtis Wilkerson coming up in just a bit, is you talk about the Dallas Cowboys because we're getting text in here and we got a great call from Leonard in Fort Smith. You heard the passion. You heard the excitement about this season. And listen, I think, and I like to joke about that and stuff, but, I mean, Dak's a heck of a quarterback. We saw the offense. He was my fantasy football quarterback prior to that gruesome injury he went for. They're going to put up points, but can Dan Quinn take that defense like Leonard was talking about to that next level? Because that's what was lacking last year. Wasn't the offense when Dak Prescott was in, it was that defense. And we'll see. I know that you have Sean Lee just retired. They're not picking up Leighton Vander Esch's option for next season. We'll see what some of the other defense. I'm not as for who they. Micah Parsons, kid out of Penn State, they just drafted linebacker. So it's all about shoring up that defense. If they're able to do that with that offense, Amari Cooper, C.D. Lamb, Ezekiel Elliott, some of the other guys they got out there, Michael Gallup, be a good football team.
There's too much talent on that offense not to succeed. If they, like you said, if you can figure out that defense, 10-7, boy.
10-7. Listen.
All right, so let's recap that call there real quick before we.
That was the best call we've had in a year.
That's a great call.
That's how you call.
That's how you call a radio show, is what Leonard did.
Passion.
But okay, so he has to call in to Neat Crow anytime you want. If the recap is if the Cowboys
go 10-7.
So that's what Leonard said. What do you have at stake here? That's what I want to know. What skin is in the game for you?
What did he say?
I think it's just either way. One of you is eating crow.
I'll just take it. Like I take it every single day because I'm self-deprecating and I can handle it. I know some people can't handle getting criticized over and stuff. But listen, if he wants to call on this show after they go a meager 10-7, he's willing to do that. But if they go less than that, they can win the division going. What's that? 9-8. They're probably win the division.
We all got to adjust our numbers for that extra game now.
Yeah. So if you want to call in and share your thoughts about the star, the Dallas Cowboys, the team that hasn't won 2 consecutive playoff games since the 90s. Is that
Who's your team?
Is that right?
Who's your team, brother?
Listen, do I need to jump back on the Green Bay Packers?
If you're going to start talking trash about the Cowboys, you're going to have a team.
I think I'm going to have to call Brad and get me a cheesehead or wear his. I am, as of May 13th, 2021, I am a Packers fan again. My fantasy football team's going to suck no matter what. It doesn't matter if I draft a Packer or not.
Forever, or is that if Aaron Rodgers gets traded?
It's going to matter no matter what.
Until he changes his mind.
I am a Green Bay Packers fan once again as of May 13th, 2021. All right.
You're a genius. That's the most outstanding answer I've ever heard.
Leonard, that is the best call we've had in a while. Now, Curtis, as we welcome in Curtis Wilkerson of Hoff Sports, I know you're going from a guest to just a caller, man, but you got a lot of pressure on you after that call, buddy.
Yeah, I do. I'm feeling the heat a little bit. I got to tell you, Leonard just made a Cowboys fan out of me if I wasn't already. That was impressive. I mean, wow.
Yeah.
I'm fired up.
He's getting after it. Well,
got me convinced. They may end up going 5-12, but he got me convinced they're going to be good.
Oh, Curtis, I know a lot of people, you mentioned the term fired up. There's a lot of Arkansas fans that are fired up about the addition of assistant coach Keith Smart. I mean, you look at his NBA experience, you look at the shot he hit in the 1987 national championship. I mean, how excited should Arkansas fans be with the addition of Keith Smart?
Well, I got to tell you, they should be really excited. I mean, I don't really see a way to look at this without calling it a home run hire. I mean, I don't know how many college staffs you can look at that can say they have 2 former NBA head coaches. I think on one hand, you're probably not going to get out coached too often. I mean, this is a guy, you talked about his experience, playing and then also coaching, through the NBA. It's a guy who was a finalist for the Indiana job not too long ago. So, when the news came out, the first reaction from a lot of people was, wow, I remember that name. And then secondly was, can he recruit? Because he hasn't necessarily had that experience as a college coach. But, listen, he may not have that experience doing it, as some others, but his resume, I think, really sells itself. When you ask a recruit at this point what their ultimate goal is, 9 times out of 10, they're going to say, hey, I want to go pro. I want to get to the league. So, you say that to Arkansas now, and you're sitting across the table from 2 guys who've been there, done that. They have the connections that can get you there. I was able to reach out to a handful of those 2022 guys that Arkansas was targeting last night, and obviously, they're impressed and they're excited to start building relationships with them. So definitely seems like a good thing.
Yeah. Curtis Wilkerson with us here on the Morning Rush. When you look at this staff and you look at the history with the Musselman, there's consistently been turnover. Clay Mosier's going to enter a 3rd year, which is kind of rare air for Musselman. Is this something we're going to continue to see? Will Keith Smart be a guy that potentially will be here in a couple of years and the rest of this staff? What are your thoughts and opinions on the length of stay with some of Musselman's staff historically?
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely a pattern that's developed, going back to his time at Nevada. It's a lot of turnover with the coaching staff. And, I don't necessarily think that's a bad thing. For one, he's had a lot of success. And when you do well, your teams get out there and they perform, and it builds a brand. And teams are going to start plucking those assistant coaches. I mean, that's just kind of how it works. And then, we know that Eric Musselman is a unique guy, and he's got a ton of energy, and you got to be able to match that. So, that might not be for everybody. And I think it's interesting that you take a look at how he's building the staff for this year, and he's getting a lot more familiarity, guys that he's coached before, worked with before. They're guys that are coming in here knowing what to expect. So, would it surprise me if we see more turnover here in the future? No. I mean, we've seen plenty of that so far, but I do think it's telling that he's getting some more familiarity in there, and it might lead to some longer stays for guys, which, again, could only be a good thing moving forward.
And another place of turnover is obviously the roster and the use of the transfer portal. I believe there's still two scholarships or 2 spots left with this team. What are the needs right now? When you analyze and look at the roster, the young players coming back, what does this team need to plug into those last couple of spots?
Yeah, it's really interesting. It's fascinating. When you look at this roster at this point, I mean, to me, it kind of feels like any other additions. It's just adding icing to the cake, right? I mean, I get asked quite a bit about big men. Is Arkansas going to add another forward? You look at it at this point, Justin Smith is gone, Ethan Henderson, baby, those guys are both transferring. A Cole, obviously backed out. He's off to Oklahoma now with David Patrick. So the front court does seem a little bit thin, so there's some guys out there who I think could fit the mold. And I think it would benefit them maybe to add a forward, but you got to remember where the roster is trending moving forward to next year. And basketball is changing. You think about that Baylor team that Arkansas played in the Elite Eight, and in my opinion, that's kind of the blueprint of what we're going to see a lot more of moving forward. A lot of those 4-guard lineups, playmakers on the perimeter, and that's why you see Arkansas connected still at this point to so many of those combo guards and big wings. So, I think they could benefit from adding a forward, and they might. And I wouldn't be surprised at all if you see another guard added to the roster. I guess the good news is they have 2 scholarships. They could really take care of both.
Curtis Wilkerson, Hog Sports, with us here on the Morning Rush, talking Keith Smart and this Arkansas basketball team. Curtis, you just mentioned the additions that you're hoping to see, and I'm kind of with you. I think they need to add another front court player, but we've already seen a couple departures. Is there anyone that Arkansas fans should keep an eye on in regards to, hey, they might not be with the program when they start basketball this upcoming fall?
Well, you never want to say never, and that's just kind of the nature of the beast with the transfer portal at this point. As much as we see guys coming in, you see guys going out, and it's a lot different than it used to be. In the past, if a guy was going to transfer out, it was usually because there was coaching turnover or maybe a strained relationship there, or a lot of times it was about playing time. They want to go somewhere and get more opportunity. But now you're seeing guys who are hitting the portal who were starters playing 30 minutes a game, averaging 20 points per game. You look at a guy like Remy Martin from Arizona State who just hit the portal. This is a guy that averaged 19 points per game in the Pac-12 last year. And if he doesn't wind up going pro, would probably be expected to build on that. So you never say never. I think when you really look for those kind of things, it's right after the season. We saw Desi and Ethan hit the portal pretty quick after that. And then again, kind of right after finals, once that semester ends. And obviously we saw that with Iola. So, I think at this point it seems pretty solid, but you never know. Once these guys get home, other options come up. You start hearing from more friends and family. You kind of get away from everything and get to reset. So I wouldn't rule it out, but I think they're in a pretty decent spot right now with what they have.
Curtis, you got Arkansas and Oklahoma meeting Tulsa this year. Maui Invitational next year, but I know a lot of eyes will also be on the Arkansas games where they'll participate in the Hall of Fame Classic in the Sprint Center in Kansas City, and it just so happened to coincide with the Kansas City Chiefs and the Dallas Cowboys. Have you already put in that request to Trey to go that weekend? Because I have pleaded my case to spend time with my grandma with Tommy this morning. He's just not having it.
Listen, I am in there, brother, and I'll put up as much of a fight as I can to make that happen. But no, I mean, that just sounds like an incredible weekend, overall. Just from a sheer basketball standpoint, you take a look at some of the competition there, Kansas State, that's exciting, a possibility. Cincinnati with a new coach, they're adding guys left and right. And then obviously Illinois, any of those matchups Arkansas could wind up with would be awesome. Then to add the possibility of getting a little NFL action in there, that's definitely a trip I'm hoping to make. I got to get with Trey and talk about expensing that for sure.
Curtis, last thing before we let you go, buddy. The Preakness is this weekend. We've had some fun this morning. If you had 100 spare, are horses $100,000, Tommy? How much are those race horses?
Medina Spirit was purchased, who won the Kentucky Derby for now, at least, was purchased for $1,000. And then last year was purchased as a 2-year-old for $35,000.
Okay.
They're not always as expensive as you think.
So let's say
some are, some aren't.
Curtis, let's say you have $35,000 lying around, which we all, of course, do.
Under the couch cushions, right?
What would you name? What would you name your horse, buddy? Before we let you go.
Well, I got to tell you, a lot of times when people name these horses, there's a personal touch to it. Maybe something that's near or dear to them, and for me, I think probably the last 6-7 weeks, my life has revolved around following Eric Musselman through this transfer deal. So, if I had to name a horse, I'd probably name it Portal Season, and and we just see what we get from there.
Oh, that works, man. Curtis Wilkerson, Hog Sports, always good content there. Curtis, we appreciate your time this morning talking to us and giving some insight on Coach Smart, the basketball team, and it was a good time as always, man. We got to catch up soon.
Yeah, absolutely. I love the show, guys. Listen to you every morning. I'd be happy to come on anytime. Appreciate you.
And you still came on? You listen every day, and you still came on the show?
I'm a fan. What can I say?
Bless your heart. Bless your heart. That'd be the name of the horse.
He's the only one.
Bless your heart.
He's the one. Appreciate it, buddy.
Hey, thank you, guys.
Right,
that's Curtis Wilkerson. So, listen, Trey's probably going to figure some things out at Hog Sports to get him to go down. So, let me ask you this as we sit here this morning. What do I need to do so my grandmother can see me in Kansas City?
Figure out when your grandmother's birthday is.
I think Curtis is going to be there. I'll just give Curtis a little barbecue money, and he can be our correspondent and save you the time and trouble. That sounds like the way to go.
But you still get to go, right?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. We need to make sure Curtis gets connected.
Gotcha.
Right.
Okay. Just to make sure. By the way, my dad texted me. My grandmother's birthday is August the 17th. So that is when her birthday is.
Wait till August to go.
Well,
day before my daughter's birthday.
Is it? Which one? Older or younger?
Youngest.
Younger. Okay. I think we got to get back into this Cowboys conversation because that seemed to invoke some heavy responses from the right and the left of the Dallas Cowboys.
Is there a right and left?
The right and the wrong. What do you say? That's politics. What do you say? So if the Cowboys fan is the middle, is it right to be a Cowboys hater and wrong to I don't know. You're not a Cowboys fan. I enjoy talking about the Dallas Cowboys.
I grew up a Cowboys fan, but it was easy to be a Cowboys fan in the 90s. And I had a good friend in high school whose dad worked for the Cowboys. So
just like it's easy for him to be a Packers fan or a Chiefs fan.
Pretty good seats. So.
Hey, listen. As a now born-again Packers fan, we're about to head into some rough times because I don't think Rodgers is coming back. So it's Jordan Love and Blake Bortles season for us. Yippee.
Mm-hmm.
That's not going to be the best of the best. Not going to be the best of the best, but persevering through it.
Coming up tomorrow, we won't have any Cowboys picks, but we'll have our Fence Man Friday picks here on the Morning Rush coming up at about 7:45. For join us for that. If you need a new fence, gate, powered automatic gates, anything that involves a fence, you know who to call. Our buddy Sean, the Fence Man, 479-782-3936. That's 782-3936. Fence repairs, fence construction, anything. Gates, sagging gates that need to be lifted up. They do everything involving a fence, and they'd love to build a new fence for you. 782-3936, the Fence Man. He ain't afraid of no work.
Are the Cowboys the most mediocre franchise in all of sports?
Shop local, eat local, be local. You're listening to The Morning Rush.
Hi, it's Jan from Toyota. Summer's finally here, and with a great deal on a new Camry, RAV4, Highlander, Tacoma, and more, you can celebrate all of your favorite summer holidays, like Memorial Day, Cinco de Mayo, Independence Day. Father's Day.
You're doing great, Jan.
Thanks, Dad. Love you. International Pizza Party Day. Pepperoni, please. And by pepperoni, I mean Hawaiian. Let's keep this between us, though. I have relatives in Boston. I'll take another slice of pepperoni, please. But hold the pepperoni. Let's go ahead and add ham and pineapple. Thanks.
Toyota, let's go places. Get $750 customer cash, or qualified lessees can lease a 2021 Camry LE for $269 a month for 36 months with $29.99 due at signing. Visit buyatoyota.com for details. Offers available in select states and N6121.
When you call a Dell Technologies advisor, you're talking to someone who isn't waiting for their turn to speak, but who actually wants to hear what you have to say. They're focused on you, ready to give advice on everything from laptops to the cloud, and offer tailored solutions powered by Intel vPro platform to keep your small business ready for what's next. Our advisors listen so you know your small business needs have been heard. Call a Dell Technologies advisor today at 877-ASK-DELL. That's 877-ASK-DELL.
Harry Robinson Buick GMC wants to buy your vehicle, and they'll pay top dollar today. Pre-owned car values are at an all-time high, and your car is worth more today than it ever will be again. If you are driving a 2013 model or newer with 120,000 miles or less, bring it to Harry Robinson Buick GMC, and they will pay you more for your trade. Even if you don't want to buy a new car, they will still buy yours. Harry Robinson Buick GMC, exit 11 off of I-540 in Fort Smith.
The Golf Nut has been Fort Smith's #1 golf shop since 1994. Take advantage now of Vice golf balls. Buy more, save more sip. Buy 5 or more dozen and pay only $28.99 per dozen. The Golf Nut has a great selection of shoes in stock, including the Nike Air Jordan AP G3s and the new Jordan Speed 5 Spikeless from Under Armour. Spend some time on the TrackMan and Foresight simulation base. Just call for an appointment. As always, check Facebook for daily specials. The Golf Nut, 5121 Towson Avenue. Your #1 golf shop since 1994.
When you want a beer, you go to a bar. When you want top shelf spirits, wines, handcrafted cocktails, and cigars in an atmosphere befitting a destination, you go to 906 Cocktail and Cigar Lounge. Try our new menu items, including fish and chips, classic club sandwiches, Caesar and Cobb salads, or stick to your favorites. Dine in or carry out. Enjoy our state-of-the-art air filtration system. 906 Cocktail and Cigar Lounge, defining nightlife in downtown Fort Smith. Doors open at 4 Tuesday through Saturday.
When you've escaped the screens and the sun bathes everything in a golden glow, and your friend hands you a cold organic beer that tastes as perfect as nature itself, that's pure gold. Michelob Ultra Pure Gold, the first national USDA certified organic beer. Organic by nature. Enjoy responsibly. 2020 Anheuser-Busch Michelob Ultra Pure Gold, St. Louis, Missouri.
It's spring cleaning sale time at Jelco Outdoors. Save up to 75% off on selected clothing items. Summer and winter clothing for men, women, and children. Look for the orange clearance stickers with racks lined with savings. Footwear and archery items are included in the big spring clearance sale, going on now until it's gone. The boss says let's clear the racks during the spring cleaning sale at Jelco Outdoors, 4600 South Zero in Fort Smith.
Was your roof damaged by recent storms? Don't fall victim to out-of-town contractors and fly-by-night repairmen. Trust the local roofing professionals at Able Roofing. Call their local number, 474-0006, for a free roof inspection. Never trust something as important as the roofing system on your home to a storm chaser. Able Roofing, 474-0006, will work with your insurance company. Call now for your free roof inspection, 474-0006. Able Roofing, the hometown roofers.
Are your real estate investments being properly managed? Are you sending a check or cashing a check each month? If you're tired of your current property managers, then call Trinity Multifamily. Trinity will qualify your tenants and leases, inspect your properties, and take care of maintenance and provide you with web-based access to current financial reports, leases, and pictures of your property. Call Trinity Multifamily at 479-452-1817 or online at trinitymultifamily.com. Trinity Multifamily, your teammate in the real estate game.
Hey, Grandma!
Grounds guys.
Hey, what?
Can you get rid of these weeds in my yard?
You betcha. The Grounds Guys 6-step weed and feed service will eliminate those unsightly weeds, keeping your lawn green and pristine all year long. Mention this ad and get your first application for 50% off, and you'll notice the results right away. Call 479-303-GUYS. That's 303-GUYS. Or go to groundsguys.com for all your lawn care needs in Northwest Arkansas and the Fort Smith area. The Grounds Guys. Leave the yard work to us.
ESPN 95.3. The Morning Rush with Ty Richardson and Tommy Kraft.
Flag as it deflected by Davis. Arkansas with a steal ahead to Smith, and he throws it down.
Want to meet Coach Sam Pittman? You can at the Arkansas Baptist Children's Homes and Family Ministries Golf Classic Monday, May the 24th. Visit arkansasfamilies.org for more information.
You know, I made a statement as we went to break about asking if the Cowboys were the most mediocre franchise in all of sports. And we had a couple Cowboys fans call in during the break, but like most Dallas Cowboy fans, they're scared, they're skittish to actually voice their opinion on the airwaves. Now, I'll give Leonard credit. He was willing to come on and say that they were going to go at least 10-7 this year. I'll give him credit. What
are your Packers going to do this year, big boy?
You've
been a Packers fan.
You've been a Packers fan for 45 minutes.
No, that's not true. No. I will show you a picture of me in a cheesehead back in like the 6th grade.
I don't care what you look like in 6th grade. What are your Packers going to do this year, big boy?
Depends on what Aaron Rodgers does.
Then.
He's got to learn who's on the team first.
Yeah,
he needs a name other than Aaron Rodgers.
No, you want me to keep going?
Give me one more.
Valdez-Scantling, Devontae Adams, Aquinius St. Brown.
Who'd you draft in the first round?
Do you want me to keep going? Aaron Jones.
Who'd you draft in the first round?
You just asked one question. Do you want me to keep going?
No,
I seem to remember asking you earlier. You didn't know who your own
member of the Packers fan base, Ty Richardson.
Yeah, I'm back on board, baby. I'm back on my fantasy football team. I just need to come to the realization it's going to suck no matter what. Kind of like the Dallas Cowboys.
So now all of a sudden he thinks it wasn't a catch at that Cowboys-Packers game about was that 5 or 6 years ago?
No, Des dropped the football. No question.
Oh my God.
Now all of a sudden they dropped the football.
No question about it. No question about it. You know, what's interesting about that game is that was during a friend's birthday party. We went to an all-you-can-drink mimosas. I woke up in the 4th quarter and then watched Des drop that football. So, oh, man, it's a true shame. But let's see what Brett just texted. I'm going to read this in just a sec. But listen, I welcome. We have a lot of Dallas Cowboys fans listening, and I'll give Leonard credit. He came in and was hot. But like often, other Dallas Cowboy fans, notice how our phone lines are bare. I am literally ripping your football team. Listen, I'll give you credit. You're defending the mediocre franchise as it stands today. But there's not a lot. I don't have a lot of texters. We don't have a lot of callers.
I have a sound effect over here for stirring the pot.
And you know why? Because they're scared. Because you know what? They know it's true. Because it's like Brandon and Paris said. Cowboys fans are always like, hey, once they fix the defense, once they fix the offense, once they fix the special teams, once we get Jason Garrett out of there, you know what? We're going to win a Super Bowl. Oh, that's just not going to happen. And it's just better to come to the realization that you're going to be a mediocre franchise. It's just come to that realization. Now, Austin is Ozark. You're not going to the extent that they're going to win the Super Bowl here because that's what he thinks.
I'm not.
Okay. I hope your thoughts aren't that deranged. Because
how dare I hope my team wins the Super Bowl? How dare my favorite team in the NFL wins the Super Bowl? How dare me be an optimistic fan?
Listen.
How dare me?
SmackDown, there is a difference, which you know, between being a fan and coming to the because if I got on the airwaves tomorrow on a Friday and was lubricated up and said, you know what, Arkansas is going to win the SEC this year, I think I'll tell you this. Arkansas probably has a better shot of winning the national championship than the Dallas Cowboys do in the Super Bowl. Oh, we finally got a call. Why don't we take that and see if someone actually has the courage?
Can we just put it live right now?
No, let's screen it first just to make sure. Let's see if someone actually has the courage to defend the mediocre franchise that is the Dallas Cowboys. Go ahead, Tommy.
You know what you're going to need, though, come football season? Need a good, comfortable couch or maybe some of them theater seats. You need some good furniture to watch the games from. Where do you find it? You find it at Frank Rowe Furniture in Barling, made in the USA headquarters. That's what they're all about. They load the store up with Made in America products right here, including their Jackson Catnapper sofas and love seats, which are perfect to lounge out on and watch a game. Speed Queen washers and dryers, Serenity mattresses, Made in America products. That's what you're going to find at Frank Rowe Furniture. Plus, family-owned atmosphere. No pressure sales force there that Aaron and his crew are going to take care of you. In-store, no credit check, financing available as well. It's all at Frank Rowe Furniture. Kind of that hometown touch, that hometown feel that you're going to find with Aaron and his crew. 478-7006, their number. They got delivery available in Northwest Arkansas and the River Valley, so they'll take care of you getting that furniture to you. It's all at Frank Rowe Furniture, 405 4th Street in Barling, right at the light. You'll find them there at Frank Rowe Furniture.
Oh, man.
Leonard, help me here, my friend.
Well, let's save him because I want to make sure that he gets his just due because I don't know if we have time for Leonard, hold on. I promise I'll get to
break our rule, let him double dip.
He was a great
You've
caller.
just been begging for calls, and now you're like, I
want to give him the time. We only got about 2 or 3 minutes in the segment. I want to make sure
that's all Leonard needs
he gets
to
his
just wear your little keister out.
Now, Elijah texted in as he's now poking fun at my new Packers fandom. He says,
"That's true.
At least we don't have to watch our Cowboys choke away every NFC championship." You know what? You're right, Elijah. Y'all aren't in the playoffs, or y'all just lose in the first round.
Yeah,
so
we won as many playoff games.
What would be better?
How many rings do your Packers have, big boy?
Well, if you combine the NFL championships
answer the damn question.
And the Super Bowls, they have more than the Dallas Cowboys. But
how many Super Bowl rings do the Green Bay Packers have? 1.
Are you talking about like in my lifetime?
Yes, in your lifetime.
What? No.
Favre
and Aaron.
Okay. I thought there was just
Favre, Aaron Rodgers. I think of two without even Googling
it's
it.
At least, I was going to say, if you're going to come in hot and heavy there, SmackDown, you got to get your facts straight. Yeah, they have. I mean, if you include,
I'll just come sit on you and choke you out if I just get tired of listening to you.
I always get mixed up because you have the NFL championships and then you have the Super Bowls, and I'm forgetting the year of the Super Bowl, but I always mix up the number when they combine both and that. Brayley texting, they do have. I know Dallas has more Super Bowls. I'm just forgetting the exact number. So let's see. Brandon Paris is a Patriots fan. He's a champ chaser apparently. A mediocre franchise doesn't have 5 rings. That's JT in Hot Springs' response. So let's see.
So you will read JT's text message.
Aikman, Emmett, Irvin, they won 3, and then Staubach won 2. Is that right? Is that math right?
I think that's right.
Is that right? Okay. I think the Packers have 4. And then they have
There's a long lull though.
Yeah,
between those.
And then they have the Super. We'll figure that out in the break. 4. Well, Leonard can join us because he's the only Cowboys fan that has any courage.
67, 68, 97, 11.
Live from hitthatline.com.
Hey everybody, this is Freddie Coleman of Freddie and Fitzsimmons of ESPN Radio, and you are listening to The Morning Rush.
Hey, it's Ty Richardson for Shangri-La Resort. They're going on their 65th year, giving you some of the memories you treasure to this day. Take it from me, I grew up going there. The Carrs are going on their 3rd generation of taking care of you. Mama Carr makes the best pie in all of Arkansas, and they wake up at 3 in the morning just to start making them. Check them out online at ShangriLaResort.net and check out their Facebook and Instagram pages for some of the best scenery in the natural state. Shangri-La Resort, a touch of paradise and a boatload of fun.
Standard Materials Group has immediate openings for ready-mix drivers in the Northwest Arkansas area. If you have a CDL license without an automatic restriction and want to be home every night, want to work with a company that offers great pay, benefits, and a great team environment with growth opportunity, apply today at jobs.crh.com. Again, that's jobs.crh.com. Standard Materials Group is an equal opportunity employer.
It's time to say goodbye to contacts, glasses, or bifocals with LASIK or clear lens exchange by Volvision in Northwest Arkansas. Mention ESPN for $500 off your LASIK or clear lens exchange procedure. A quick 15-minute procedure, easy 24-hour recovery no matter your age. Freedom from contacts and glasses is an option for you. Volvision, the official eye care providers of the Arkansas Razorbacks. Go Hogs! Discount cannot be combined with other offers or discounts.
There's more to a tractor than just horsepower. A tractor also needs weight to get that horsepower to the ground. With TYM, a heavier tractor comes standard. Many of the TYM models weigh more for the horsepower than comparable tractors from the big names, and tractors that weigh more do more. See Bush Tractor at their new location at 6100 South Zero in Fort Smith, or log on to bushtractor.com to see how they can upgrade your productivity.
Hi folks, Larry Rath here for Rath Auto Resources, where it's trading time. I really need to keep my lot stocked, so all this month, I'm giving up to $3,100 extra for your trade. Even if you still owe money on your car, up to $3,100 extra goes a long way to help you get into a nicer, newer car today. Call, go online, or come by and choose from a great selection of Rath Road Ready cars, trucks, and SUVs. Each one hand-picked and inspected in our Meineke Car Care Center. Plus, our For the People credit approval process works with the country's best banks and lenders to make sure you drive off with a payment you can afford. If you're keeping the car you have, let us take care of it for you in our Meineke Car Care Center with free AC performance checks, half-off brakes, and buy 3 get 1 free on all tires. Better yet, trade it in for something nicer and newer today and get up to $3,100 extra on trade. During trading time at Arkansas's favorite used car dealer, Rath Auto Resources, and the Meineke Car Care Center, 4515 Towson Avenue, Fort Smith, or online, rathauto.com.
Requires bank approval. Negative equity may be refinanced. Offer absolutely ends by May 31st, 2021.
Have you recently experienced possible hail damage to your roof? Is it just time to replace the one you currently have? Brothers Roofing and Restoration is a properly licensed and insured local roofing contractor in Arkansas. Brother Alexander has over 25 years of experience in home insurance and adjusting and residential roofing. Brothers Roofing Crew has 17 years of experience themselves. He provides free estimates with the most competitive pricing in the area while using the industry's best materials. So call 479-353-3877 to arrange a time for Brother to inspect your roof.
Franco Furniture is your Made in the USA headquarters. We carry as many Made in the USA products as we can, including Jackson Catnapper sofas and Love, Speed Queen washers and dryers, and Serenity mattresses. This month we are offering special pricing on cash and finance. We are family owned, offer in-store no credit check financing and service after the sale. Deals on cash and credit. In-store no credit check financing is available. Franco Furniture, 405 4th Street, Barling, Arkansas. Best seats in the house.
Did you know that you can get your car serviced or repaired without ever leaving your house? All you have to do is call Jody's Auto Service Center at 479-649-3399. Jody's will pick up your vehicle, service or repair it for you, and return it fully disinfected to your driveway. Pickup and delivery is free for jobs $75 or more. Jobs less than $75 can be picked up and returned for a $10 fee. Let Jody's Auto Service Centers handle all your service and vehicle repair needs. Call 479-649-3399. Jody's Auto Service Center.
This is Bruce Stanton, Vice President and General Manager of Pradco Fishing in Fort Smith. Our #1 volume lure out of our 20 fishing brands is the Bobby Garland Baby Shad. We make them by the millions in our facility in Fort Smith, and the Baby Shad is without a doubt the #1 soft plastic crappie lure in the U.S. Fish it on a light jig head or underneath a float, and you'll find it's as productive as live bait. Available at Walmart, Bass Pro Shops, Academy, LureNet.com, and tackle stores all over the place. The Bobby Garland Baby Shad.
River City Bistro is Fort Smith's favorite place for lunch, dinner, and brunch. Open 7 days a week, both on the heated patio and the cozy dining room. River City Bistro is locally owned and open weekdays 11 to 8, Saturdays 10 to 8, and Sundays 10 to 3. Want River City Bistro curbside to go? Just search on Facebook or Instagram for River City Bistro or go to rcbistro.com. River City Bistro, 7320 Rogers Avenue in the Stonewood Village Shopping Center.
ESPN 95.3.
Good morning to the Morning Rush, everybody.
Matt forces it up at the horn. Tipped up and in by Bortles. It's good. Bobby Bortles with the tip in. It looks like the Hogs have won it.
You're home for Razorback Baseball all season long right here. HitThatLine.com.
And I got PA and Texarkana riled up a little bit. He's watching her. You know what, PA? We need some new life on these what do we call them? Call waves? Airwaves?
Call waves? I've never heard
Listener
that.
line?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Phone line?
Leonard is the only one that has the courage to actually voice his opinion on the most mediocre franchise, not just in the NFL, but in all of sports. And we'll let Leonard jump back in here. But PA and Texarkana, I know you're listening because you're commenting.
We got a ton of texts, though, about it.
We have. And we'll get to those coming up here on the Morning Rush as we continue on a recruiting Thursday, trying to recruit some better players and better coaches to the Dallas Cowboys.
Hey, try some of the new combos that are now on the menu at Art's Barbecue and Burgers. Combo choices that include their ribs, their brisket, their homemade sides. You can try them out right now at Art's. So something new that you've been asking for, the combo plates. You can try those at Art's. Also try that smoked Philly beef sandwich. Great for lunch or dinner. It'll fill you up. It's a two-hand sandwich. I don't recommend trying to eat it in the car. If you do, you better have an apron on or a rain suit on, because, I mean, this is a fully loaded sandwich. You're going to get fully involved in this sandwich. Pair it with some of their home-cut fries, maybe some of those handmade, homemade onion rings that they have. And don't forget, tomorrow is Catfish Friday at Art's. All-you-can-eat catfish is the Friday night special. Art's Barbecue and Burgers next door to Buddy's on Rogers Avenue in Fort Smith.
Now, before we take Lennard's call, SmackDown, I'd like to ask you a question.
Okay, Tom.
What is the Super Bowl trophy? Who is it named after? Would you do me a favor and answer that question?
Just smack him. Just smack him.
No, we don't advocate violence here in the workplace, Tommy.
Only against smart Alex like you.
It's named after Vince Lombardi of the Green Bay Packers.
Okay, just wanted to make sure. Not Mike McCarthy, not Jason Garrett, not even Jimmy Johnson or Barry Switzer or Tom Landry. It's named after a who coach?
Bay Packers.
Green Bay Packers. All right, just wanted to make sure. All right, Lennard.
Who, by the way, have one less.
Can I have permission?
Right?
I just want to knock him right between the eyes.
By
one
the way,
time.
The namesake, their coach there of the Packers, they've got one less.
They
than the
do,
Cowboys.
but they do have more technically overall NFL championships.
If you want to go back before the Great Depression, you're correct.
The other stuff.
You want to go back to World War I, you're right.
Listen, on these airwaves, we don't use our fists. We don't use our meat hooks. We use our words, and that's why Lennard
spoken like a guy that's 75 pounds
you're
lighter.
You're one smart, you know what, comment away from getting your nuts locked out.
He's kind of got you trapped in over there, too.
Yeah, well, there's a window.
That's fine. I'll throw your country club keister out the window.
Listen, we've spoken eloquent to each other. Just if I could talk, we have spoken eloquently to each other.
Only you could butcher the word eloquent.
Eloquently to each other for over a year now.
We have,
and I would hate for a true statement about your NFL team to cause a rift between us.
We're good.
Okay.
We're fine.
I just want to make sure. I don't know if me and Lennard are fine. Lennard, I'll just say this, buddy. We never let anyone call back in because most of the time.
And most people don't call back at all.
Yeah, we sometimes have a caller that hop back in there off the air, but we're going to let you back on the air, and I'll let you talk about Lennard, did you hear our conversation about who the Super Bowl's named after by chance?
Yes, I heard everything you said. I've just been jumping at the bits here, but you'll never get me upset or angry. Hey, I'm gonna be die hard whether you talk smack or not talk smack. So it doesn't matter to me. But I will tell you this: you're not much of a fan because you're talking about Green Bay, you're jumping back on. But, man, I never fell off the wagon in my life, man. I don't know what you're talking about. What kind of fan are you? You don't deserve the right to even have a team, man.
He rolled an ankle. He rolled an ankle getting on the bandwagon there, Lennard.
You could never jump on my wagon, buddy, because we don't take them type of folks. We don't take them type of folks. But I will tell you this thing, with that being said, you can't upset me because I'm going to be happy no matter what because I'm a Cowboys fan. But I will tell you this. You didn't poke a bear. Bears hibernate. They don't feel stuff. You poked the line, buddy. And before you poked me, I turned around and I was looking you in the eye. So now let me tell you, the Cowboys are going to show you something, fella. And if you got a team and you don't expect them to win the Super Bowl, you ain't got much of a team, fella. I expect them to win in preseason. I expect them to win when they're on vacation. That's what I expect because I'm a fan. You know, when they lose, they're going to be winning. That's what I'm going to say. That's what I'm going to speak. And that's what's going to take place. And you will see it take place. That's what you're going to see, Ty. I'm just telling you, buddy, get ready to eat that. Hey, get ready to eat that crow. What they be saying? Get ready, get ready, get ready, get ready. I got it hot, feathers and all. You go get it.
I can't wait. Lennard, we appreciate it, but I appreciate you being a Morning Rush listener. Hey, did you have the same level of fandom for the Arkansas Razorbacks, or is that just reserved for the Dallas Cowboys?
Man, what you talking about? Them Hogs, man, them Hogs can't do no wrong, fella.
There you go.
Hey, every time they play, I got something to say. Just like when Texas came up there to Fayetteville, I had something to say about that, too. Everybody say, what you say? I said, steaks on the grill in Fayetteville. That's what I felt about them Texas Longhorns. We was going to grill them.
Hey, Lennard, give me your best. How about them Cowboys?
Yeah, boy, them Cowboys are it.
Say, Lennar, do it, Jimmy Johnson. Give it to us. How about them Cowboys?
Them Cowboys. Woo!
There we go. There we go.
How about them Cowboys? Yeah!
Love it. All right, Lennar. Appreciate it, buddy. Appreciate you being a Morning Rush listener.
All right.
Good stuff, man. He brought it twice. Not just once, twice here on the Morning Rush.
You're just stirring the pot.
Would I do that?
Yeah, but you won't lick the spoon.
What do I have to do to lick the spoon?
Well, Tommy, there's the text that just came in a second ago, and Ty sometimes doesn't read the texts that are against him.
Oh, he never. Yeah, that's
never.
the one thing he does.
Like
he selectively reads the text.
Me
the
and
ones
Jay,
that
me and JT have
throw shade his way. No, they don't ever
so
get on
many
the air.
that it's hard to
Yes, you
distinguish.
never read the ones from JT
I
that
digress.
disparage
or
you,
ones
so.
that make me or you look good,
Right,
or say,
exactly.
"Hey, Tommy's right about this," or "SmackDown's right." Those never get read.
So I'll read this one to you,
So,
Tommy. Brayley
only the ones
texted
that
in.
praise Ty ever or agree with Ty ever get read on the air.
Brayley says that Ty is turning into Zach Arns.
Just being a pot stirrer.
Just being a pot stirrer, yeah.
Yeah, all right. Being an anti, being trying to be the foil here.
The bad boy of
the villain.
Yeah.
Now I would never
he ain't a
do
bad
this
boy. I mean, let's be
for the
real.
Arkansas Razorbacks because that's a team that actually has a realistic future moving forward their football program. But for the Dallas Cowboys, it's a little easier said than done. So it's just how
Dustin
it is.
and Rogers says your newfound fandom in the last 20 minutes of the Green Bay Packers must be something to do with maybe a girl involved. Is there a girl you're looking at that might be a Packers fan?
No, not currently at the moment. I've been a Packers fan before. We've constantly talked about this, how fantasy football killed off my fandom, and I've just decided as of about an hour or two ago that I'm just going to throw away my fantasy team, and I have come to the realization that I am trash at fantasy football. So I'm gonna cheer for a team that actually has a chance of winning because it's not going to be the Thunder Ducks.
A team that has a chance of winning?
It's going to be the Green Bay Packers. It's not going to be the Thunder Ducks. It's going to be the Green Bay Packers. And the prestigious organization that with the 4 Super Bowls and the NFL championships has more than the Dallas Cowboys.
We got 5 rings. You got 4. What are you talking about?
When you talk about, he was talking about the Great Depression days.
No.
Times before I think it was 29, 30, and 31. I got to go back and double check on that, but it's there. It's the illustrious history that oozes out of Green Bay, Wisconsin.
Have fun watching Blake Bortles be your quarterback.
Exactly.
Hey, the boat.
Yeah.
We're gonna row our way to another NFC championship.
Have fun with Blake Bortles this year. All right.
Listen, now that Aaron's probably listening to the program,
I'm sure he's
sees
listening now.
that I've jumped back on the Packers bandwagon, I think he's going to reconsider his affiliation with Green Bay.
Only thing holding this train up, right?
You're not either way. Whether it's Jordan Love, Blake Bortles, insert name, we're going to be just fine.
Yeah,
just fine.
Yeah.
Just fine.
Just fine. I can't wait. It's going to be an incredible. We'll probably go.
You're going to put those two in the same sentence as Aaron Rodgers? Then the Packers will be just fine.
What would we give for a Packers-Cowboys? Let's not get carried away and say it would be a wild card game, more than likely, right?
Wild card, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we're not going to have a lot of buys probably between those two, so wild card weekend.
Yeah, that would be a fantastic. We do. You put it in Dallas, you put it in Green Bay, you put it in whatever, and we'd.
And you have Dez catch a pass. Somehow you get that back in there. So
Get Dez to sign a one game contract with.
Gonna find.
Yeah. So. Hey, brought to you by Riley Farm Dental, 5901 Riley Park Drive, South Fort Smith, right at the entrance to Riley Farms. If going to the dentist makes you nervous, uneasy, you're going to love Dr. Bo Sparkman and Dr. Brogan. They give their patients a comfortable experience every time you visit at Riley Farm Dental. And they do all kinds of dentistry, general dentistry for the cleanings and the fillings and anything you need, braces for the kids, implants, cosmetics. It's all there in one place at Riley Farm Dental. That's one of the reasons they've been voted top 3 best to the best every year since 2017. Read more online, RileyFarmDental.com. That's RileyFarmDental.com. Or make your appointment at 226-3500. That's 226-3500.
So coming up in November 21st, when my grandmother and I are inside of Arrowhead, and she's going to be wearing her red, and I'm going to be in a Cheesehead and a Green Bay jersey.
Mm-hmm.
Am I going to get booed, confused, pushed?
Probably
beaten
people
up?
that he's lost.
Yeah.
He's a Cowboys-Chiefs game wearing Packers stuff.
Well, my dad wears his Baylor gear despite if they're not playing. Like the Alabama games that he's attended with my stepmom who grew up in Huntsville.
What's
he
the
wears his
date
Baylor
that
gear.
the Chiefs played the Packers, right?
Yeah.
It's early. It's like a September game or early
on.
October. I don't remember the date.
Why don't you take your
it's
grandmother to that
Yeah, I mean, I
game?
can't believe you're not clamoring to go to that one instead.
Well,
Since that's your team. Since that's been your team for 38 minutes now.
It's been more than
45 minutes, Tommy.
45, pardon me. This goes back to last hour.
8 o'clock, he proclaimed it.
Yeah.
I guess I need to put that the picture of me and Cheesehead in my Packers gear back in the day when I was in like middle school.
I think the Packers Chiefs is a better option.
When
for
he's
him.
in middle school, like in 2013.
I mean, how dare Ty go to the Packer or Cowboys Chiefs game and watch a mediocre Cowboys team?
Trying to find that. Let's see.
Is he even listening to us?
It's November. Yeah, I thought it was later on. It's November.
Is it later on?
Yeah, it's November the 7th, so it's still November.
Oh, you ought to go and just stay a few weeks with Grandma.
Do the show from Kansas City.
Deal. All right. Set in stone. I'll be in Kansas City for a couple weeks, eating some barbecue.
Can you fill in those couple of weeks?
Huh? Yeah.
Yeah, you can do the show.
Yeah.
Okay. Ty will be on unpaid leave in November, I guess.
All right. Put it on
Our
grandmother's.
ratings will go through the roof.
Yeah.
Put it on grandmother's dime, I guess. So
we'll all get a vacation out of this deal.
Oh, man. All right. Back on the Packers. Can't wait. Brett Good's excited. I'm excited. Packers Kingdom is excited.
Did
We're all
Brett give
excited.
you permission to become a Packer fan again?
I got to find this picture of me.
You know what this is? This is the worst news ever for any Packers fan.
It really is.
It really is. It really is.
No, it's great. Red Foreman.
Things are getting ready to go the wrong direction all of a
Red
sudden.
Foreman's happy.
You watch.
Everyone's happy.
Later today, we're going to get the news of Aaron Rodgers being traded, and it's all going to be because of him.
It's Blake Bortles season. It's Jordan Love season. Can't wait.
Hey, we're just him meeting one girl at a bar that's a Saints fan or a
that's true.
A Titans fan or a Raiders
What would you
fan
do if-
away from him changing his allegiance. So
What if you met
this won't stick?
the woman of your dreams? She's a Cowboys fan.
It's her. It's her.
That's what he'd be saying.
I don't make fun of anyone for cheering for a mediocre franchise. And if she wants to be a Cowboys fan for the rest of her life.
So you're insinuating she'd be a mediocre woman?
No, she just cheers for a mediocre football team. I think you can distinguish the two, right? Can't you?
Cash and carry savings during the month of May at